following is a presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One.
Trips left, single man right, Wilson to the gun, P-Ride to his right. Here's the snap, Wilson back to pass. Wilson under pressure, steps up, throws back to the end zone, it is caught! Touchdown Denver! Touchdown Denver! Cortland Sutton, a leaping grab in the back of the end zone, and the Broncos have taken the lead!
Inside the Kansas City 9, Detroit checking down in 4, receiver in motion under center Goff. There's the snap, the spin, handoff in a burst, and it's Montgomery over the guard, the 5, touchdown! The Lions have tied the game! David Montgomery bursting over the right guard for 6. Wow!
Now, let's head to the stadium and join J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick.
We welcome you to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, for the finale of our special NFL Saturday triple header. Playoff implications in both conferences. The 9-4 Detroit Lions entertain the 7-6 Denver Broncos. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by AutoZone, by Crest Toothpaste, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Hulu Plus Live TV, by Navy Federal Credit Union, and by NFL.com. Happy holidays and welcome to Game 3 of our special Saturday NFL triple header. Earlier today, the Bengals beat the Vikings in overtime 27-24, and the Colts knocked off the Steelers 30-13. And welcome to Motown. J.P. Shadrick with Mike Golick. John Stashauer will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. Only 4 weeks to go in the regular season, so tonight's game pivotal in both the AFC and NFC playoff races. The Broncos, one of a group of teams, 7-6 coming into the weekend in the AFC, only a game back of the Chiefs. And then the Lions, 9-4, first place in the NFC North. It doesn't get much bigger than this.
No, it really doesn't. You look at Denver right now on the outside looking in, coming into this weekend. But I think there's a lot of people thinking Pittsburgh is going to fall off. And they did today, losing to the Colts. Mitch Trubisky got benched in this game. So if they are to fall out, someone's going to go up. And there's a bunch of 7-6 teams that are looking to do that, and Denver's one of them. So they understand, the importance of getting this win. You got the head-to-head battles you have to work out as well, but try and get above that Mendoza line, which is number 7 in the NFL.
They're surging, though. I mean, they started 1-5. The Broncos did. They've now won 6 of the last 7. Quarterback plays a big part of that, of course, but the defense is leading the league in takeaways. That's a good combination.
It's a great combination. Complimentary football right there. We'll talk out. A lot about both sides of this, but it was interesting, JP. When Sean Payton went to Denver, a lot of us as analysts, think we're smart. We're like, wow, how is this going to work? Russell loves to create on his own, and Sean Payton loves you in the pocket. Getting rid of the ball, spread it out like a great point guard, like Drew Brees did. How is it going to work? And early on, we were all like, see, we told you it wasn't going to work. They're 1-5, and now they've made it. Denver's made us all shut up and say, look what we can do. We've got our footing a little better. Defense is playing lights out right now. It's one of the hottest teams in football.
Meanwhile, the Lions turning the ball over a bunch. The last 4 games, they've given it up 10 times, 9 of those from Jared Goff alone. That's got to stop.
Well, they're one of the best teams, without a doubt, in the NFC. We keep wanting to put them there at times with San Francisco, Dallas. Then you got Philly. We want to say Denver, and we get the rankings there with the division leaders. Philly obviously outside of that now, but they just haven't had that consistency, right? We know they can have firepower on offense. Defense a little at shaky times, but you cannot afford to turn the ball over as much as they are.
We'll see if they run the ball tonight with their duo of running backs, and the Lions looking for a playoff berth for the first time since 2016. Game 3 of our special Saturday triple header between the Broncos and Lions coming up. We'll return with John Stashauer from the studio. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, visit orhealth.com. Use as directed.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with OrHealth. OrHealth provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With OrHealth, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if OrHealth is right for you. Text ASSIST to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. Most people do it right on their smartphone. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online, or Health then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting ASSIST to 323232. Take back control with Or Health. Text the word ASSIST to 323232. Text ASSIST to 323232.
Hi, everyone. John Stash with our Westwood One Studios. Coming up, the completion of the Saturday tripleheader. Broncos, Lions in Detroit. The Vikings earlier today lost. We'll have some details on that coming up, but it means a Detroit victory tonight. They'll have a 3-game lead in the NFC North with 3 games to go. A division title would give them their first home playoff game in 30 years. But they're facing the red-hot Broncos, who began the season 1-5, have since then won 6 of 7. This week I spoke with Detroit wideout Josh Reynolds, asked him about this Denver team.
I think they're kind of finding their stride as a defensive unit. You know what I mean? And really as a team in general. They're getting those turnovers, whether they're one in the league right now. And for us, you know, that's kind of been a big harp is ball security, especially the past couple weeks with turnovers we've been dealing with. So ball security's been at a premium. But yeah, man, I mean they got some great guys. I mean they got some great players over there. But you know we got a good scheme that Ben's been putting together, and we're gonna be attacking a little bit.
All right, let's talk about the season. You had that great 4-game winning streak. You were, winning games convincingly. Probably hard to keep up that earlier pace. A couple losses, some more narrow wins. I guess Lions fans probably freaking out a little bit. But, I mean, what are your thoughts on how the team is playing right now?
I think you're right, man. I think, earlier in the season we had a lot more explosives and it looked good for fans, and now, unfortunately, we getting later in the season and teams playing their best ball. So, the yards are a little more stingy when it comes out there. And so, I know it's not what the fans want to see, but we're gritting out wins right now, and that's all we keep doing.
Josh, I remember watching Hard Knocks a couple years ago, and Dan Campbell sung some praise. He had a name for you. I don't know if we can repeat that, what the name he had for you, but tell us about playing for Dan Campbell.
Man, he is authentic. It's not always as crazy as it appears. It's always got a message to it, a meaning, and so it keeps you on your toes for sure, man. But I tell you what, it's awesome being able to play for a genuine guy like Dan.
Josh, we appreciate the time. Best of luck. Take care.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's Josh Reynolds, and he spoke about Dan Campbell, who goes way back with Sean Payton, back almost 25 years to when Campbell was drafted by the Giants, and Payton was an assistant. They were together in Dallas, New Orleans. Campbell later Payton's assistant there. So last season, while Payton wasn't coaching, he was paying attention to the Lions, who began their season 1-6, and Detroit then went 8-2.
I used the Lions because it was recent and relevant, because look, at 1-5, you still... the number one thing is the team you have to have is hope and a vision and an understanding and a belief. And I think that, to credit our locker room, it was an example. It wasn't because I knew Dan. It was a team, though, that had just been in our position, rolled up their sleeves and went to work, and that's what you have to do in this league.
Payton's Broncos come in tonight, suddenly only 1 game behind the 7-time defending AFC West champion Chiefs. Coming up, we'll tell you what's already happened today. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is NASCAR champion Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski. What is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's a place to talk about your favorite sport.
I renew my subscription. It never comes off this channel.
The whole day is awesome. It's a place to hear from the biggest names in NASCAR.
Joey Logano, what are you doing?
I got the SiriusXM set up at my house so I can jump on more often.
Joey, I want to first thank you for doing this. This is awesome for the fans.
It's a trusted source for breaking news.
Major stories today, my friends. Let's get down to business.
I'm in the hauler with the breaking news story.
It's every NASCAR race heard live, including in-car radios.
Logano gets into the back. He shoves him up the racetrack.
Stay out. Trust me.
Custer's going to go for the lead here. They get door to door with each other.
And It's classic races that honor the history of the sport.
Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Daytona 500.
What is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's your 24/7 home for all things NASCAR.
The way you guys cover these races is unbelievable.
Channel 90 and on the SiriusXM app.
SiriusXM has the NFL covered from every angle. Hear all pro analysis on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88.
This team is not built to succeed.
Join the passionate debate on Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 82.
You gotta be kidding me!
And get expert fantasy football advice on Fantasy Sports Radio Channel 87.
Joe in Florida, let's fix your fantasy lineup.
It's an all-out blitz of football talk on SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
Every week, Sunday Night Football is home to the NFL's biggest stars.
Leave everything out on this field.
It is going to be a show in the biggest games. Touchdown! Wow! On the biggest stage. Here we go. Primetime's #1 show.
That's what I'm talking about.
For a record 12 straight years.
It is showtime.
Sunday Night Football on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
I'm John Stanchauer. We've got Denver and Detroit coming up. The Broncos 7-6 coming in, just like all four teams who've already played today. At Indianapolis, the Steelers led 13-0. The Colts scored the next 30. They won going away. They've won 5 of 6. If Jacksonville loses tomorrow night to Baltimore, the Colts are tied for first AFC South. Steelers going the opposite way. 3 straight losses. They're now in last place, AFC North. They trail Cincinnati, who today got an Evan McPherson field goal in overtime for its first lead of the day. Bengals won a wild one over the Vikings, 27-24 in overtime. 3 straight wins for Cincinnati, 2 of them in OT, and that's without Joe Burrow. And with Jake Browning, the Vikings have, since that 5-game win streak, lost 3 of the last 4. They've been by 1, 2, and 3 points. We'll have much more on these games coming up at halftime, but coming up back to Ford Field, we'll rejoin J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick. They'll have the keys to the game. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football. This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game?
Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app, or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older to wager. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, or Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. Call 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. Call 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa and 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Welcome back to Ford Field, downtown Detroit, Michigan. Saturday night in the National Football League, the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions coming up. Playoff implications all around. J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick. And it's time for Mike's Keys to the Game, sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for the help you need, whether it's online, on the phone, or on the State Farm mobile app. Well, the Broncos haven't made the playoffs since 2015 when they won Super Bowl 50. How about keys for the Broncos?
Well, I mean, again, we've talked about how this offense has been playing extremely well the last few games, and Detroit has been susceptible deep. The last 4 games, they've given up 7 receptions of over 30 yards. Russell Wilson, one of the best, if not the best, deep ball thrower in the league. And Detroit is 25th in sacks, so sometimes pressure isn't there. So I could see Russell Wilson having some time to throw the ball on defense. Listen, we talked about how great they've been the last few games as well on the defensive side. Vance Joseph, they're 7th in the league in blitz rate. They love to come after you with those exotic blitzes. And what I love, JP, the last game they had 6 different players get a sack, so you can't just key in on one guy.
The Lions looking for a playoff berth for the first time since 2016. How about Detroit tonight?
Run the ball, right? They've had 11 games this year of over 100 yards. Denver not doing well against the run, last in the league. And while Jared Goff has good numbers, he has been susceptible to that turnover. So sustain the run. And on defense, listen, Sutton, for Denver is a deep ball guy as well. He's had over 30-yard completions in 5 straight games. So get some pressure. Try and make Russell Wilson move if you can, even though he's very good at that. But watch that deep throw.
There you have it, the keys to the game. It's teacher versus pupil. Broncos head coach Sean Payton and Lions head coach Dan Campbell. And a matchup of wits, let's say, tonight. This should be interesting with Sean Payton, of course, in his first year with the Broncos. Dan Campbell in his third year with the Detroit Lions. The Broncos in their road whites tonight, navy blue numbers, white pants, white jerseys, the navy blue helmet with the horsehead logo on each side. The Lions in Honolulu blue jerseys and pants, silver helmets with a leaping lion. And Detroit won the toss, and they will receive. So Will Lutz is on to kick it away left to right for the Denver Broncos. Craig Reynolds deep to return. The long approach, the swing of the right leg, and the end-over-end kickoff is away. Reynolds drifting to his right, has it at the goal line, coming out to the 5. Right numbers 10 to the 15, across the 20. Lowers his shoulder and powers his legs ahead to about the 26-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions. A 27-yard kickoff return. And our first look at Jared Goff and this Lions offense. Over the last 4 weeks, the Lions have turned it over 10 times, 9 of those attributed to Jared Goff. Interceptions or fumbles. They have a two-headed monster in the backfield of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Montgomery starts the game as a single back, and Goff is under center on 1st and 10 from the 25. A play fake, and Goff, the right-hander, back to throw. Standing in a clean pocket. Late pressure, has to roll right to the numbers. Still looking downfield, and then throws it into the Denver Broncos bench. On 1st down, it's incomplete.
Well, that's going to be an interesting thing tonight is how much time Jared Goff has. You have the starting 5 that you're used to having, but this is their 9th different offensive line combination, and that's the part of the team and position that you need moving in unison the most. So finally they have the 5 back together, but they have definitely been nicked up.
2nd and 10 for the Lions from their own 25, moving right to left. Goff works out of the gun, running back off his left hip. The number high snap, and Goff back to throw. Quick release left side on the boundary is caught. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown, breaks a tackle at the 35, goes back middle of the field to the 40, across the 45, where he's knocked down at around the 47-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a huge catch and twisted him up. It's a 1st down for Detroit.
Not a big man, but he shook P.J. Locke's tackle right on the sideline. When you try and use the sideline as your best friend, Locke wasn't able to do it. Just got his arms around the waist. St. Brown does a great job spinning and going back into the middle of the field where he has some friends that can help him block a little bit.
It's a 21-yard catch and run for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and 1st down Detroit from their own 46, moving right to left. Goff makes a shift, moves Sam Laporta, the tight end, into the fullback spot, offset to the right, and the single back now. It's a play fake, rolling to the right, looking back to the left, deep throw down the left side, has a man in single coverage. It's knocked away at the last moment, intended for Jamison Williams, and Justin Simmons, the safety, 8th-year player out of Boston College, got his left hand on the football.
This guy's done it a few times, right? Been in the league, as you mentioned, 8 years. That was his 64th pass breakup right there, to go along with his 30 interceptions, more than any of the other players since 2016. Excellent coverage. It's usually the offhand that gets you in trouble, and it did not there.
After the incompletion, 2nd down and 10 from their own 46 for the Detroit Lions. 0-0 score, opening drive. Back to throw Goff. Looks left, throws into the flat to the running back. Caught at the 45 between the numbers and sideline. It's David Montgomery trying to twist out of a couple tackles. Jonathan Cooper, the strong side linebacker, came over to wrap him up. 3rd-year man out of Ohio State. And 3rd down and 6 upcoming.
Sometimes I think teams just want to make me look bad. Didn't I say in the beginning they've had 11 games of over 100 yards rushing, a 2-headed monster, excellent rushing attack? They haven't run the ball yet. Seriously. What's Dan Campbell, what's he doing down there to me?
Well, Denver, doesn't fare well against the run either on defense.
Come on. I mean, let's go. That's the game plan.
And they empty the backfield for you now. So 5 in the formation for the Lions on 3rd down and 6. Goff outstretches his arms. He has the football. Throws to the right side. It's incomplete. Out of the reach of David Montgomery again, the running back in the right flat. Had he caught it, he might have had some green grass out there to turn up for a 1st down. Instead, the punting team is on for the Lions.
Yeah, that's on Goff. Yeah, that's a simple route that you run 1,000 times during the week, just a simple short out route, which I like because it's just enough to move the sticks, but way off on that pass.
Punt team is out there for Detroit. Look out for fakes in this kind of situation. Dan Campbell doesn't mind rolling the dice. This is 4th and 6 at the midfield stripe. Punter standing at the 35. The punt is on target. The right footer swings through it. The high knuckleball is drifting to the sideline to the left and out of bounds around the 15-yard line. We'll see officially where they mark this thing as it goes out of bounds on the near side. They'll give it the 15. And it's first down for Denver. Nothing game. 12:58 to play. First quarter at Ford Field, Detroit. The Broncos and the Lions. And this is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Throughout the 2023 season,
throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Each NFL team channel on the SiriusXM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game. Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
Really fun night for us just to watch those young guys compete.
Your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
If you want to win your fantasy football league, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
Oh my goodness, what a play!
From lineup decisions to daily fantasy to dynasty leagues, SiriusXM Channel 87 helps you win your league with expert advice from the guru John Hansen.
Every player, you take a look at the pros and the cons for every player and every factor.
Jeff Ratcliffe.
The best reactions in fantasy football are the most reasonable reactions. They're not the most aggressive reactions.
Michael Fabiano.
That's a fantasy bonanza right there.
Touchdown, Tyreek Hill! Touchdown, Miami!
Howard Bender.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Jeff Mans.
Making the most moves doesn't result in the most wins.
And so much more.
You've done wonders for me through the years.
Winning strategies from the best analysts in the business are on Fantasy Sports Radio, SiriusXM 87, and the SiriusXM app.
Ring in the holidays with the perfect gift for the golfer in your life with Golf Now gift cards. Personalize your message and choose when you want it delivered. Perfect for last-minute gifting. Your favorite golfer can pick from 11,000 courses to celebrate their next round. This is the easiest way to make their holidays merry and bright. Buy a Golf Now gift card instantly on golfnow.com or in the Golf Now app.
Welcome back to Detroit. Stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. AutoZone has free battery testing and charging. That's right. Get your battery tested and charged for free. Make AutoZone your end zone. Get in the zone. AutoZone restrictions apply. The punt moves up to the 29-yard line. So it's first and 10, Denver from their own 29, moving left to right. Russell Wilson, the quarterback, takes the shotgun snap, pulls it out of the running back's belly. Quick throw on the left side on a slant, and a catch and run. It's Jerry Jeudy on the move across midfield, down the right numbers to the 40, and he's wrapped up near the 30-yard line, but there's a penalty flag behind the play.
And that was a late flag. I think you're going to get illegal man downfield. You see the RPO and rifles the ball. But again, if it's running an RPO, the offensive line is run blocking.
There's no foul on the play for an eligible downfield. First down.
Wow. It would have been shocking to me if it was, JP, because, I mean, that simple play fake, I mean, it almost doesn't give the old lineman enough time to get, because he got rid of the ball so quickly. I was kind of shocked when I saw the initial call of illegal man downfield. That ball got out of there quick.
A catch and run of 40 yards on the first snap for the Denver Broncos. And Russell Wilson continuing his strong play over this surge for Denver. Over 1,300 yards passing in the last 7, 13 total touchdowns, 4 interceptions in that time. Wilson is under center, and he turns, and it's a jet sweep handoff from left to right, and it's Marvin Mims Jr. around the right edge between the numbers and right sideline, cuts it upfield, and he's got 11 yards and a first down, Denver. Alex Anzalone made the tackle on the boundary, but 2 plays and 2 first downs.
Adam Troutman, the tight end, and Lil Jordan Humphrey, the wide receiver, out there blocking. An excellent job. Being a wide receiver in this league nowadays with these quick screens out there, these bubble screens and these quick hitches out there, you've got to be able to block or at least wall off the defender. 5
in the formation for Russell Wilson, standing alone in the gun, has the knee-high snap, quick throw left side, hit immediately, and dropped the football. It's incomplete to Leo McLaughlin, the intended receiver, the rookie running back out of Youngstown State. He had 3 blockers in front of him. Khalil Dorsey, the corner, came in and whacked him. and dropped the football.
I mentioned the previous play. Humphrey, the wide receiver, made a nice block. Here he had to kind of cut across his own guy, Troutman, and got knocked off by his own guy and could not get to the defender, to Dorsey.
Second down and 10 for Denver. Javonte Williams is the running back. Single back, hands on his knees behind Wilson under center. Two receivers, tight splits on the left. Two tight ends just off the right tackle. Play fake, rolling to the right. Pressure hit. He fumbled the football. Picked up by Detroit at the 30 to the 40-yard line to midfield. He's got blockers. He's hit from behind at the 40. And the Lions get a fumble and a return. Ifeatu Melifonwu with the hit and the forced fumble. And the recovery from big Isaiah Buggs, and the Lions are in Broncos territory.
I love when the big man is rumbling with the ball. That's a 335-pounder. After you see a great fake and a roll, not fooled on the defensive side, Melifonwu does a great job of staying where he should. Buggs picks it up. Now, JP, when I was in the league in a big defensive tackle, I immediately looked the ball to pitch the ball to somebody faster than me. Buggs had no intention of pitching that ball. He was going for, as my son calls it, the thick six. He was absolutely trying to get to the end zone.
As it stands, a 37-yard fumble return for Isaiah Buggs, 6'3", 335 pounds, and it's 1st and 10 Detroit. Quick throw left side, Jamison Williams looking for a block, but between the numbers and left boundary, he can't cut up field though. Josie Jewell made the tackle for Denver, but Jamison Williams getting into the action early.
Now, I thought with this second drive, the first couple of drives, really feeling out drives, I thought Detroit last series, they came out and threw every play. I thought they would try and run the ball. Here they start out with a pass again. They've got to unleash the running game at some point or give it a go.
Goff working out of the gun, running back off his right hip. Two receivers right, single man left. Montgomery is the back, hands on his knees. Goff moves a man in motion, has the snap. There's the first handoff of the game. Montgomery up the middle. Finds a little seam, and he falls ahead to the 32-yard line where Jonathan Harris made the tackle. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down and 5, Detroit.
So here's Vance Joseph, the D coordinator for Denver. Again, 7th highest blitz rate in the NFL. They'll bring guys up, 2-point stand. Look like there's more guys coming. Sometimes they drop them, sometimes they bring them. It's just to try and confuse the offensive line. They may not bring any more than 4 or 5, but they'll try maybe overload.
Jahmyr Gibbs is the running back. He's on the left side of the formation. 5 in the pattern now at the shotgun snap, and Goff back to throw. Pressure from his front. He's hit, he's wrapped, and he's dropped. DJ Jones made the sack, the nose tackle, as the pocket collapsed on Jared Goff. On 3rd and 5, they'll move it back to close to the 40-yard line, and here comes the punt team. A loss of 7.
A straight 4-man rush there, and Jones just right up the gut, uses a swim technique. Excellent job to get over the top of Jonah Jackson to get, I believe, his first sack of the year.
The ball is at the 39-yard line of Denver. Jack Fox is on to punt, seemingly. And it's 4th and 12 officially at the 39. Return man at the 10-yard line for Denver. Marvin Mims Jr. standing there. Belt high snap, puts the point down. The high end-over-end punt. Underneath it, Mims called for the fair catch. It lands at the 4 and then bounces into the Honolulu blue painted end zone to our left for a touchback. A 39-yard punt, no return. So, all of that flurry of excitement for naught. We're at 9:33 to play in the first quarter in Detroit. It's Broncos nothing, Lions nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Michael Fabiano here, and if you want even more excitement on game day, it's time to get on Prize Picks, the best way to win big on fantasy sports. Here's how it works. Just pick 2 to 6 players and choose more or less on their stats. If you get them right, you can win up to 25 times your cash. It's quick and easy to make your picks, and with fast and safe deposits and withdrawals, Prize Picks is the place to play this season. Prize Picks has awesome weekly promotions, and they're the only daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game even if one of your players goes down. Watch your entry update in real time and continue the fun by making picks on second half and fourth quarter stats. And right now, when you go to prizepicks.com/primetime and use code primetime, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/primetime with code primetime for a 100% deposit match. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. Paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
JP Shadrick and Mike Golick in the Grainger broadcast booth at Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Tackle your to-do list with Grainger. From locker rooms to plant floors, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by.
Yeah, to put what you were saying in context, the 2 times Detroit's punted, and you said if they punt. Dave Fipp, the special teams coordinator, has been here since 21, and of course Dan Campbell loves to be aggressive. They're 7 of 9 on fake punts since Fipp has been the special teams coordinator from 21 on. So you do not be shocked if you see one tonight.
So now the Broncos have the football, 1st and 10 from their own 20. A 0-0 score, 9:33 to play in the first quarter in this Week 15 Saturday night matchup in Motown. Offset eye, Michael Burton is the fullback to the left. Javonte Williams is the running back, and Russell Wilson under center has the snap and then turns with hands off with his right hand to Williams, who's hit at the line of scrimmage, some penetration, and Alex Anzalone made the tackle for Detroit with his long blonde hair flowing. It's 2nd down.
Anzalone will get the tackle, but John Kaminsky, you mentioned penetration. That was Kaminsky. He just absolutely obliterated the O-lineman, went about a yard or 2 deep, and got his hand on the back, but made the back go east and west instead of north and south, right in Anzalone's arms.
They officially gave him 1. It's 2nd and 9.5. Out of the gun now, Russell Wilson, the 12th-year veteran, has the knee-high snap, back to throw, right-hander, steps up, throws deep down the right side in single coverage, and it's nearly picked by the safety coming and flying over. Kirby Joseph with a diving try on the interception on the back end, and he was hit as he threw the football.
Well, that was going to Marvin Mims, and we said at the top that Russell Wilson, one of the best deep ball throwers out there, and they were going to test Detroit, who's had some trouble with that in the last few games. Great coverage there, though.
Hayden Hutchinson had the pressure that time. It's now 3rd down and 9 for the Denver Broncos. Denver 37% on 3rd down this year. Back to throw. Pressure from his right. Steps up in the pocket. Steps back and then rolls to the left as he still looks downfield. Throws on the run. Left boundary. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver, but Russell Wilson moved all over, out, back into the pocket, rolled to the left, outran another rush man after him, and then he finally just threw it away.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's that kind of guy that'll make you tired, make you throw up, because you're just running around after him all the time. He makes you look foolish and then gets rid of the ball, but good coverage downfield for Detroit.
The Denver punter is Riley Dixon. Deep man is Craig Reynolds for the Detroit Lions. Nope, Khalif Raymond is out there this time. The high end-over-end kick underneath it. Raymond drifting back to the 27. Has the catch, trying to go to the left side, wrapped up and dropped. Fantastic play for the Denver Broncos coverage unit. Riley Moss, a rookie cornerback out of Iowa. Nowhere to run. And with 8:31 to play in the first quarter in Detroit, it is Broncos nothing, Lions nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
One of my headlights went out.
We've got the right bulbs right here.
Get in the zone.
Wait, what kind should I get?
How about Sylvania Silverstar Ultra? They have the farthest down road vision, and you can earn a $10 bonus reward when you buy 2.
Get in the zone.
Why get the pair?
Replacing both bulbs will give you the best visibility.
Ah, I see.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football. This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game?
Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. Visit the BetMGM GameSense website at mgmresorts.com/GameSense for information on setting limits, guidance on odds and probability, and resources for problem gambling support. Plus, you can learn strategies and get tips on how to gamble more responsibly, discover the symptoms of problem gambling, and find out whom to call if you need help anytime, anywhere. Stay safe and have fun with BetMGM and GameSense. Please gamble responsibly.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm Personal Price Plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Welcome back to Detroit. 0-0 game. Broncos, Lions. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tomorrow night when the Baltimore Ravens at 10-3 meet the Jacksonville Jaguars at 8-5. And, of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com. The last Jaguars appearance on Sunday Night Football, 2008.
Wow, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
We were both way younger.
We were. It's 1st and 10 Detroit, moving right to left in a 0-0 game. 8:31 to play under center snap. And Goff turns and hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs finds a crease over the right side of the offensive line and then squirts through close to the 35 before he's hit by Alex Singleton, who brought him to the ground. And it's a gain of about 7 or 8 on first down.
Just the second run of the game. They've had one run before this for 4 yards and 7 dropbacks, of which one of those was a sack. This is what Detroit does well, and they're, at least anyway, started out with. It gave themselves second and short.
They give him the 35-yard line. It's now 2nd down and 2 officially under center snap, and a handoff to Gibbs. Right side finds a hole. He's got the first down a little bit more, turning upfield across the 40, twisted up at the 45 by Jaquan McMillan. And there's a penalty flag behind the play. Here is John Hussey.
Yeah, it's going to be on Glasgow, I believe.
Holding. Offense number 60. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yep.
He saw the flag go by his head and immediately looked back. And I'm sure the ref caught eye contact with him and just went, damn.
Guilty.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah, I mean, man, it didn't really look like too much of a hold at all.
After the penalty, 2nd down and 12 from the 25, moving right to left. The Lions with the football. Goff works out of the gun, running back off his left hip. Shotgun snap, belt high, standing in a clean pocket. Still looks to the middle, throws down the field. He's got it. It's Josh Reynolds on the catch, and near the 40-yard line, running to the right side, and then twisting upfield close to the 40. They gave him the 39. It's a 14-yard gain. Jamison Williams actually made the catch, second-year receiver out of Alabama.
Well, that's going to happen because you have time. He had time in the pocket. Goff did. He doesn't move like Russell Wilson moves. He just kind of stays between the tackles and moves and keeps his eyes downfield. And Williams just broke wide open right in the middle. It's a long time to ask coverage on the secondary.
Williams entered the day with only 13 catches for the season. Under center snap for Goff. Play fake, back to throw, standing, throwing to the left boundary, has a man caught across the midfield stripe and running out of bounds. It's Khalif Raymond, 7th-year wide receiver, and another Lions first down. They're on the march after a gain of 12.
That was just an excellent route run by Raymond. He looked like he was on a go route down the field and just broke it to the outside. Just a great job and bought himself a couple-step lead on the defender. Goff was able to put it right there.
Lions with punts in their first 2 possessions of the game. They're near the midfield stripe, and it's 1st down and 10. Tight splits for the receivers on the right. Single man left, single running back, and a right-handed handoff going to the left side, but straight into the arms of Jonathan Cooper for the Denver Broncos. And not much doing there for Jahmyr Gibbs. Maybe a gain of 1.
Well, a good job defensively. They showed cover 2. And cover 2 again with 2 safeties back. That's one less toward the line. So it's kind of a running down for the offense. But right at the snap, one of the safeties came up and filled that hole and made the back have to cut the other way. That's usually that safety coming up is a free unblocked person, and it affected the play.
Two tight ends just off the left tackle, both in three-point stance. Shotgun snap for Goff, number high. The right-hander back to throw. Looks to the right, looks to the middle. Nothing there. Throws left side on the boundary to Jahmyr Gibbs, a running back in the flat on the left side. Pushed out of bounds by Fabian Moreau for Denver. And a minimal gain. Later on, we'll select the defender of the game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. Proudly serving the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. -1 on that play officially. It's 3rd and 10 for Detroit. And it's set up with two receivers on the right, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion back to the right side as a third receiver. Single man left is Jamison Williams. Nearly got him to jump off sides. Goff with 5 on the play clock. Resets the play with 2, with 1, gets the snap, and he's back to throw. 4-man rush, throwing deep down the left side, has a man with a step. Jamison Williams can't get there. It's overthrown. Pat Surtain, the second in coverage, and Goff can't connect, and another punt for the Lions.
Surtain with excellent coverage, even at a safety helping over the top. Really good defense by Denver. Again, this is what they've been doing the last little over handful of games. This defense has been excellent. Surtain has been excellent along with all his mates. Yeah, the pass just barely out of the reach.
Zach Fox on for a third time tonight for the Lions. The snap is on target. Puts the point down. A little pressure. He's hit. And the high end-over-end punt is a fair catch at about the 14-yard line. The referee waves it off. No foul for running into the punter on the back end. And the Bluebirds are out here in Detroit.
Yeah, they're not going to... He was pushed into him. He got blocked into his own punter, so they're not going to call that.
33-yard punt, no return, 5:04 to play first quarter. Broncos nothing, Lions nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
It's your last chance to trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Go to your local Verizon store now. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off this season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more. Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macy's.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Time of the year's coming around. The Holiday Classic is back on Christmas Eve. Let's go! Tune into NFL Network for an epic primetime showdown. It's time for the holidays. We're gonna set the dough. As the Patriots. There's that speed. And the Broncos. Touchdown! Light up mile high for an AFC clash on Sunday night. Deck the hall, we having a ball. The NFL Holiday Classic. Christmas Eve at 8 p.m. Eastern. Only on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus.
The YMCA is just the starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick below the surface. Y is the before work hustle, an after school home, a section of my block, a corner to call my own. With my Y, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. It's a million faces in a mirror and everyone belongs. Find your Y. Join today at ymca.org for a better us.
Every Westwood One football broadcast this season is once again available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports and you'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. After the punt, 1st and 10 Denver from their own 16-yard line, moving left to right, wearing all white. Lions in all Honolulu blue here at home. Russell Wilson out of the gun, has the belt-high snap, and then hands it off. Javonte Williams looking for a crease straight ahead. Not much there. Aiden Hutchinson got his paws on him. It's maybe a gain of 2 up to about the 18-yard line. It is a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8.
The motor on Hutchinson, I think he and Max Crosby are two of the highest motor guys. Max Crosby for sure the top motor guy, but Aiden's right up there.
Offset eye for the Broncos. 2 receivers stacked on the right. They'll move one of those in motion. Jerry Jeudy to the left side of the formation. And then pull a tight end off the line, just off the left tackle. They'll go and change the play with 10 on the play clock. Wilson is under center and then barks out new signals to everybody around him. Now at 5, he has a snap, turns to the right. Nobody's there. He hands off to Javonte Williams, who found a crease up the middle for a couple yards up to the 21-yard line. John Kaminsky made the tackle, gain of 3, but that was awkward looking from the snap.
Well, that was a mess. Russell Wilson turned one way. It looked like Williams had to kind of wait then to get the ball, so couldn't build up that head of steam. Luckily, still got 2-3 yards.
Denver 0 for 1 on their only third down tonight. This 3rd down and 4 from their own 22 and a 0-0 score. 3:50 moving clock, first quarter. 3 receivers left. Single man right. And Wilson works out of the gun. Has the snap. Back to throw. Penalty flags. They'll shut it down. They'll shut it down with a full start from the right tackle. No play.
Mike McGlinchey on that one, the Notre Dame man. Cost Denver 5 yards there.
Full start. Offense number 69. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Well, when it's 3rd down, passing situation, you got Aiden Hutchinson over there. You might want to get a little bit of a head start.
Yeah, we've seen more of that this year with these tackles have gotten off. Some looks like they go too early, but they've been given the benefit of the doubt a bit here. That was obviously a bit early there and a deserved flag, unfortunately, for Mr. McGlinchey.
After the 5-yard penalty, 3rd down and 9 from the 17-yard line for Denver. Moving left to right, 0-0 score. Well, the Lions are up close to the line. Now the safety's back off. And in motion right to left is Marvin Mims Jr. 2 receivers left, single man right, shotgun snap is low. Wilson handles it, clean pocket. All day, late pressure now, gets out of it, rolling to the left side, throws on the run to the left boundary, and on one knee, a catch made. Cortland Sutton across the 35, gets up and continues to run, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A huge conversion, 23 yards. Wilson to Cortland Sutton.
And that's what Russell Wilson does for you. While the Lions are 25th in sacks, they're in top 10 in pressure, and here they get pressure. But like he's done all his career, Russell Wilson able to avoid it, and as I said on the other side one time, just too long to hold coverage downfield.
Sutton, the number 1 target on 3rd down for Russell Wilson. And on 1st down, a handoff over the left side of the offensive line, pushing ahead. Pretty good gain up to about 5 yards to the 45, 5 or 6. Samaje Perine's first touch of the game. Jack Campbell made the tackle for the Lions.
Need to get some of that running game going now as well. Again, Detroit not blitzing or anything. They're not a big-time blitz team. They do like to rush with 4, but that's one way to kind of slow down that D-line a little bit is get a little bit of a running game going.
0-0 score, 2:25 moving clock, first quarter. Denver on the move at the 46-yard line. Single back is Javonte Williams. Russell Wilson under center. Right-handed handoff over the left side of the line. Nothing. The Lions are there to stack it up. Maybe the line of scrimmage. Ifeatu Melifonwu, who had a sack fumble earlier, gets a tackle for no gain here.
Well, Melifonwu, again, these safeties are extra guys at the line of scrimmage. Just come down unblocked and fast enough to make a play backside.
3rd and 4 for the Broncos. 4 receivers, 3 on the right side. Wilson has the shotgun snap held high. Quick throw to the right side, caught, and then knocked out of his hands, and they're calling this incomplete. He was across the 50. That was the 1st down marker. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, and hard-hitting rookie nickel corner Brian Branch knocked it out of his hands.
See, I love this play. You need 4 or 5, you go for 5 or 6. Nice pass right in his hands, but Brian Branch, a guy I loved out of college, out of Alabama, and what he done there. And with a nice hit to separate man from ball.
Might have got him in the head as well. That is not flagged, though. Khalif Raymond is back to return for Detroit. Punt team on for Denver. 0-0 game, 1:47 to go in the first quarter. Snap on target, right footer swings through it, a sky-high end-over-end punt, landing at about the 3 and then bounding into the end zone in the L painted in silver in Honolulu blue in the end zone to our right, a 54-yard punt and a touchback. 1:38 to play, first quarter from Ford Field. Broncos 0, Lions 0. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Need to hire? Indeed has some top talent on speed dial. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. The moment you post a sponsored job, you'll get instantly matched with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your job description. And you can then conveniently schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from Indeed's hiring platform. Get $75 in credit towards your first sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Welcome back to Detroit. 0-0 score, 1:38 to play first quarter. It's time for the Shopify Fact of the Game. Well, the Broncos are following a familiar script since their 1-5 start this season. Their 6-1 record in the last 7 games mirrors the Lions' 8-2 finish last year. They started that campaign 1-6, but both teams defeated Green Bay to start their run in their respective seasons. The Lions were 1-6 last year. They beat Green Bay and then won 8 of the last 9. This year, the Broncos were 1-5. They beat Green Bay and won 6 of their next 7. That is the Shopify Fact of the Game. Want to sell smarter? Get Shopify. Shopify's commerce platform helps you sell more with the best converting checkout on the internet. Get a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/football. First and 10 Lions, moving right to left from their own 20. A 0-0 game, 1:38 to go first quarter. And a shotgun handoff over the left side of the line, finds a crease and then wrapped up. It's David Montgomery with the carry. Found a hole, got about 6 yards on first down.
You mentioned the struggles of these teams starting this year and then starting last year. Both these teams, they trail only the Jets as far as a playoff drought. Detroit 6 years, Denver 8 years. It's the Jets the worst, and then these two teams next. So both trying to jump in there this year.
2 receivers each way. Goff now shifts and goes under center with a single back behind him. Moves in an extra blocker on the right side. Has the snap. Turns left. Hands off with his right hand. Looking for an opening on the left side across the 30. And it should be enough. It is a first down. David Montgomery is tripped up. Fought through a tackle. Matt Henningsen made the tackle for Denver, but too late. First down, Detroit.
Thomas Incoom, the linebacker, the rookie out of Central Michigan. I mean, he was right there in the hole and just tried the arm tackle. Didn't bring his feet. Running back runs right through it.
So now clock ticking, 35 seconds to go first quarter. 12 on the play clock as the Lions line up in an I formation, and they'll turn in a play fake. Goff throws over the middle, has a man caught on the run, 45-yard line, wrapped up. It's Sam Laporta, the tight end, with another catch. Fabian Moreau made the tackle, the corner, but Laporta is on a torrid pace in his rookie year. This goes for 17 yards.
Yeah, they're going to go hurry up here. We're going to talk about Laporta a lot and what he's doing. Another good tight end in the NFL from Iowa. Who'd have thought?
Imagine that. Wow. Tight end you. The official stopping play for a substitution with 2, with 1. Zeros now on the game clock. And we have reached the end of the first quarter at Ford Field, Detroit. Neither team able to get the advantage early. At the end of the first quarter, it's Broncos nothing, Lions nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey, this is Travis Kelce, NFL tight end and proud member of the Lowe's home team. Lowe's knows when you've got the best price, you've already won. That's why we offer the lowest price guarantee. If you find a better price online or in-store, we'll match it. Now you can score on the top brands from the Lowe's home team picks, like Scotts, LG, and DeWalt. So take on your projects with confidence. Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retail partner of the NFL.
Price match applies to same item, current price of qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowe's.com/lowest price guarantee.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
Hey, folks, Rich Eisen here. So this football season's really heating up, and the guys on my show, they're having a blast with Prize Picks. And now with basketball season in full swing, they're able to pick combo projections across both sports. Join them on prizepicks.com/primetime. Easy gameplay and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what they tell me makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Brockman's loving that aspect. He's hooked. And all you need to do is visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use code primetime. That's code primetime at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match up to $100. Don't be left on the sideline this basketball season. Go to Prize Picks. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Welcome back to Ford Field in downtown Detroit, Michigan, along with Mike Golick. I'm JP Shadrick. Our score, Broncos nothing, Lions nothing. The start of the second quarter is sponsored by Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Use promo code PRIMETIME for a first deposit match up to $100. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. 1st and 10 for the Lions, moving left to right now in the second quarter. I formation, David Montgomery the back, gets the toss, tries to cut it back up the middle. Penetration from Jaquan McMillan in for a tackle and no gain. He got in the backfield to wrap up Montgomery.
Again, those secondary guys playing backside, they're fast coming down the line and unblocked. In Detroit, where they are on the field, they're used to this, JP, already tonight. They've been at the 50, Denver's 39, and Denver's 49, but haven't cashed anything in yet.
Nada to show for it. 2nd and 10, Lions out of the gun now. Jared Goff, 8-year quarterback out of Cal, has the snap, back to throw. Broncos bring 4, quick throw right side. It's caught, and it is wrapped up right away. Donovan Peoples-Jones made the catch. Fabian Moreau with the tackle. Peoples-Jones went to high school about a mile away from this building at Cass Tech High School here in downtown Detroit, a 5-yard gain.
A good job on the Denver side of, if you're going to get that slant, get caught on you, that's always a play where usually you want yards after the catch. You're making the tackle right away for a short gain, making it 3rd in an obvious passing situation.
3rd down and 6 now for the Lions. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd down tonight. And the snap, bringing 4 again. The Broncos is picked up. Late pressure from behind, throws left side. Laporta has the catch. The tight end turns upfield between the hash marks and left numbers. He's up to the 40-yard line of the Broncos, and he's got enough for a first down, a 7-yard gain. Jonathan Harris had the late pressure, but too late, and the Lions move the sticks.
He has been counted on so much by this offense, by Jared Goff, especially on 3rd downs. Again, the numbers he is approaching are all-time rookie tight end records.
32nd target on 3rd down, his 21st reception on 3rd. Play fake, Goff looking deep down the right side, has a man crossing, he's got it, it's caught at the 20, and then wrapped up between the hash marks. Josh Reynolds makes the catch, and he's hit right away, and they're in the red zone at the 19-yard line. First down, a 21-yard pitch and catch.
So many plays this year, JP, over the middle of the field. You do a little bit of play action up front to hold the linebackers, and then you get a receiver to do kind of a deep in over the top of the linebackers, and there's just a lot of space in there.
1st and 10 at the 19. Amon-Ra St. Brown is in the backfield at running back. The wide receiver, hands on his knees, man in motion left to right. Goff has the snap, play fake to him, rolling right, stepping, throwing to the left side, open man caught. It's Laporta inside the 20 at the 15, shakes past the tackle at the 10, outside the left numbers, diving to the pylon, and he's got it. Touchdown Lions. 19 yards. Jared Goff rolled to the right, stopped, looked back left. Laporta was wide open. One man between him and pay dirt. He shook him and then dove the final 3 yards for the opening score of the game. It's 6-0 Lions early in the second.
He is now 3 receptions and a touchdown. He is 1 reception away from being the first tight end in NFL history with 70-plus receptions, 700-plus receiving yards, and 7 or more receiving touchdowns. One more reception, and he's there.
The point-after touchdown attempt is up and good from Michael Badgley, who was elevated from the practice squad today for Detroit in place of Riley Patterson. And the Lions have found pay dirt here at Ford Field with 12:31 to play in the second quarter. The new score, Lions 7, Broncos nothing. And this is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is NASCAR champion Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski. What is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's a place to talk about your favorite sport.
You know, I renew my subscription. It never comes off this channel.
The whole day is awesome. It's a place to hear from the biggest names in NASCAR.
Joey Logano, what are you doing?
I got the SiriusXM set up at my house so I can jump on more often.
Joey, I want to first thank you for doing this. This is awesome for the fans.
It's a trusted source for breaking news.
Major stories today, my friends. Let's get down to business.
I'm in the hauler with the breaking news story.
It's every NASCAR race heard live, including in-car radios.
Logano gets into the back. He shoves him up the racetrack.
Stay out. Trust me.
Custer's going to go for the lead here. They get door to door with each other.
Yeah!
And it's classic races that honor the history of the sport.
Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Daytona 500.
So what is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's your 24/7 home for all things NASCAR.
The way you guys cover these races is unbelievable.
Channel 90 and on the SiriusXM app.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Charlie Weiss, Pat Kerwin, Tim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Welcome back to Ford Field. Detroit Lions 7, Broncos nothing. Let's check the drive summary sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 8 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes, 7 seconds. Goff to Laporta, 19 yards, and Laporta did most of the heavy lifting on the touchdown play.
You look at Goff, started out 2 of 5 for 25 yards. Since then, 9 of 10, 95 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Kickoff from left to right is away from Jack Fox, who handles the kickoff duties. It's into the end zone to our right. Marvin Mims makes the catch. It is a touchback. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
With the SiriusXM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the SiriusXM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, Saturday night in the National Football League in Week 15. A battle of playoff hopeful teams. The Broncos 7-6 coming in. The Lions in first place, 9-4 in the NFC North. And it is now 1st and 10. Denver moving right to left from their own 25 under center. Russell Wilson has the snap. It's a play fake. Late blitz coming from behind. He hits it as he throws and it falls incomplete. It hit the back of the offensive line. Kendall Vildor came flying in from the defensive right, untouched, and he hammered Russell Wilson in the number 3 on his back.
So in the chess match of pre-snap, post-snap, he did a great job of looking like he was staying out with coverage, because if he gave that away at all, Russell Wilson will see it, they'll change protection and slide that way. He did a great job of baiting all the way and just flying in on the snap. Offensive line not aware he was coming, didn't slide that way, gets the hit.
2nd down and 10 for the Broncos. 2 receivers left. And a shotgun snap, a handoff. This is looking for the right edge and hitting the backfield. Swarmed up by Honolulu Blue. Javonte Williams got the handoff, and there was nothing doing there. It's a loss of 3. Brian Branch was the first man in. Isaiah Buggs swarmed him. and brought him to the ground.
Big man Bugs having himself a game after a scoop on a fumble. Though there was a whole lot of success on that defense there. And if you keep mentioning Honolulu Blue, every time you do that, my mind wanders to being in Hawaii and you lose me for a little bit, just so you know.
Well, we're not in Hawaii right now, is what you're saying?
Go walk outside.
A little different from Detroit. It is 3rd down and 13. Samaje Perine is the running back off the left hip of Russell Wilson. He stomps his right foot, outstretches his arms, and he has the number. High snap pressure from the middle. He's wrapped up and he's sacked. Pressure right through the middle of the defense. And Wilson had nowhere to go. Josh Paschal, second-year defensive end, right in the face of Russell Wilson.
Again, excellent pass rush. Just a straight four-man rush wide. Both D tackles lined up on the outside shoulder of the guards. And then Paschal came inside, created a little bit of space.
Punt team is on. They went after him. The knuckleball lands at the 45 and then bounces past Khalif Raymond. He picks it up at the 31-yard line, trying to run back middle of the field. Cuts up near the hash marks on the right side across the 35 and down near the 40-yard line. 10:58 to play, second quarter. Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Lions 7, Broncos nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Need to hire? Don't let the transfer market send you into overtime. Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps employers source, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. When you post a sponsored job, you get access to a large pool of quality candidates who have uploaded a resume to Indeed. You can then review their profiles to make sure they meet your must-have requirements. Make the hiring process work for you. Log in and get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood 1. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Kohl's.
In the shotgun on 3rd and 10. And Danielson throws it. It's batted. It's intercepted. Woodard at the 25, the 20, the 15. Ken Woodard will intercept and score.
8 turnovers. And the second one that goes for a touchdown.
27-7. As Ken Woodard batted the ball into the air on the telegraphed pass and returned it for the score.
Bob Martin and Larry Zimmer on 850 KOA Denver from 1984. That meeting between the Broncos and Lions is one that Detroit fans would love to forget. The hometown Lions turned it over 10 times. 10 in a 28-7 Week 6 defeat to Denver at the Pontiac Silverdome. 2 of those were returned for scores, including that pick 6 by linebacker Ken Woodard that sealed the victory. And the Lions had not thrown an interception in their first 5 games before Gary Danielson and Mike Machurik combined to toss 7 in this game to go along with 3 lost fumbles. 10 takeaways by the Denver defense is still a franchise record. They would finish 13-3 and win the AFC West. 10 giveaways, still tied for the 5th most ever committed by a team in a single game. It's the most since 1978 when the Chargers had 11 against the Packers. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Kohl's. Celebrate the season with gifts, deals, and holiday feels. Find perfect presents for everybody and every budget. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today.
Well, that would be tough to be part of a game to see 10 turnovers.
10?
Oh, smokes. Every player just wondering, we're going to do it again, we're going to do it again.
That's like what a drive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. So now the Lions have the football, and it is 1st and 10. Moving left to right, 7-0 score, Lions over the Broncos. Jared Goff, the quarterback, 11 of 15, 120 through the air with a touchdown. There's a man in motion right to left. Flitz coming from the right side. Quick release, has a man down the right boundary. He's caught it between the numbers on the right sideline. Josh Reynolds with the catch in one-on-one coverage. Pat Surtain in coverage. Zach Allen had the pressure, but Goff got rid of it. It's a 20-yard pitch and catch, first down Lions.
Surtain in man coverage is number 2 in the league with defending in man-to-man. Goff does a great job, reads the blitz, knows it's man-to-man, and lays it up for his guy Reynolds to get it.
Amon-Ra St. Brown lined up, single receiver on the right, 2 on the left side. Surtain is over St. Brown in tight coverage. Man in motion left to right. Goff under center, takes the snap, hands it off to the left side. Jameer Gibbs finds a crease to the 40. Outside the numbers, 35, cuts upfield, 30. Finally hit near the 20 and pushed out of bounds on the left boundary by Josie Jewell. But Jameer Gibbs, the speedster, the rookie running back, has 21 yards.
That's one of those we'll praise Gibbs, but you got to praise the O-line. I mean, Ragnow, the center, getting down to the second level. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs didn't get touched till almost the third level here. That means a whole lot's going right in front of him.
The ball is resting on the left hash mark at the 20-yard line. David Montgomery is the running back. And 2 tight ends just off the left tackle. 2 receivers standing on the right. And in motion is Williams and a play fake. They're going to fake it to Williams and then throw a screen to the right. It's wrapped up right away and brought to the ground. David Montgomery made the catch, but it is eaten up by D.J. Jones, who is not fooled. The big nose tackle at 6'305" from Ole Miss with a loss of 6 on the play.
You think he had man coverage on Montgomery?
This man is not getting away from me.
I'm not really sure why Goff threw that. I mean, dude was right there. Jones was right there when he did it. I really don't know why he threw it to him.
Well, Jones had nowhere else to go, I guess. I mean, who else am I supposed to come? Shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left, has an open man. Left boundary caught inside the 20. Cutting upfield, breaks a tackle at the 15. And then he has the first down. Jamison Williams shook past the first defender on the left boundary. He really had no room to maneuver, but somehow found a crease. And he goes for 17 yards down to the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal. What a play.
Well, as he broke out, Fabian Moreau, the corner, kind of stumbled and lost him. And that's what gave Williams all that room. And then what he did after the catch, fantastic.
Down the ladder on the sideline, the hash marks along the boundary between the defender and the boundary. There's no room to maneuver there at all. But he found a hole. Under center is Goff now on 1st and goal from the 9. Single back behind him. Play fake. Goff looking to throw to the end zone. Has a man, but it's trotted away last moment. P.J. Locke in on the coverage for Denver. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Goff tried to drill that one in there. Locke had excellent pressure. Again, offhand, no problem on his body. Doesn't turn him. Gets that right hand in front. Does a great job.
2nd and goal for the Lions, leading at 7-0. 8:20 to play, 2nd quarter at Ford Field. Goff is in the gun, running back off his left side. 3 receivers right, has the ball, looking to the middle, has the running back caught at the 2, cuts up into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs with a receiving score this time for 9 yards. And the Lions lead the Broncos 13-0. 8:15 to play until halftime.
He had space. He put a move on Locke. He stepped out like he was going out. Locke stepped with him, and he just cut back inside and was absolutely wide open between Locke and Singleton.
First career receiving touchdown for Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie out of Alabama. The point-after attempt coming for the Detroit Lions and Michael Badgley. The snap in the spot, the swing of the right leg, and it is true right down the middle. The Lions have caught fire. 8:15 to play, 2nd quarter in Detroit. The new score, Lions 14, Broncos nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Screeching brakes? Safer stops? Start with Duralast. New Duralast brake pads and rotors provide longer life and more stopping power when replaced together. Duralast brake pads have reduced noise and corrosion resistance with a limited lifetime warranty. Duralast rotors are designed for quiet, safe stops and meet or exceed the performance of the original rotors on your vehicle. Find Duralast only at America's #1 brake destination, AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off the season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more. Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macys.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $20 on the BGA 57 battery-powered blower. Visit your local Stihl dealer or go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Real Stihl. Find yours. Now $179.99 was $199.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
JP Shadrick and Mike Golick in the Grainger broadcast booth at Ford Field. Give your team an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry, plus fast delivery and 24/7 support when you call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 8:15 to play, second quarter. The Lions extend the lead. It's now 14-0 over the Broncos.
You look at this rookie class, especially Gibbs and Laporta, coming into this weekend, the rookie class for Detroit had just under 1,700 scrimmage yards. That was number 2 in the NFL with rookie classes, and it's 4th all-time in Detroit Lions history. The number 1 rookie class yardage-wise, 1989, led by some guy named Barry Sanders.
Heard of him.
Yeah. Vaguely, right?
He was decent for a little while. There's Barry Sanders' 20 jerseys all over this stadium tonight, in fact. The kickoff from the Lions to the Broncos from left to right is end over end, and it is brought in by Marvin Mims at the 2-yard line. Up the left, numbers 10 to the 15, runs into contact at the 20, lost the rope. He held on to it. There was a little swarm there at the very end of the play, but it's wrapped up right there at the 21-yard line officially. Start the holidays early with Peacock's NFL Holiday exclusive game. Watch the Bills and Chargers live Saturday, December 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, streaming exclusively on Peacock. The Denver Broncos have 65 yards of offense tonight, 63 of those yards on 2 plays.
That's not good, right?
It's not ideal.
Okay.
It's 1st and 10 for the Broncos, moving right to left. Jaleel McLaughlin is a single back. Wilson is under center. 2 receivers right. Back to throw. 5-step drop. Throwing to the flat on the right side. Running back has it. Breaks the tackle at the 20. Between the numbers and the right boundary. Cutting upfield. Fighting through a tackle. Jack Campbell finally brought him down for the Lions, but it's a gain of 8 on first down.
Derek Barnes had the open field attempt at the tackle and missed it, and he's on the ground now. A little nicked up. Looks like he's reaching up for his shoulder. But that's the type of play you do. You get it out quickly and you look for a one-on-one situation. The NFL, or all football, is a game of one-on-ones. So who wins that one? You know, the back with the ball or the linebacker trying to get him. In this case, obviously, it was the back. And now we'll see how Barnes is.
Timeout on the field. We'll check the injury when we return. 7:58 to play, second quarter. Lions 14, Broncos nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And great shaves start with Barbasol Shaving Cream. For whatever your day brings, start it off right with the American original, Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Barbasol.
Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Tomorrow night, the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Monday night, the Eagles in Seattle to battle the Seahawks. And on Thursday, the Saints travel to L.A. and face the Rams. Hulu has live sports. Watch football games all season long with over 90 live channels. Get Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at hulu.com.
Boy, the Eagles really need to come back after last week. I called that game. That was
last couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
What's going on with them?
Yeah, so they need a big one out there. Just like Denver could use a big one here. 2nd and 2, good time for a long play. And as I said earlier, Cortland Sutton, 5 games in a row, has had a reception for over 30 yards.
2 receivers left side of the formation, 2 tight ends off the right tackle, single back, and Wilson is under center. Barks out the signals, has the snap, turns and he hands it off, finds a hole on the left side, but he's wrapped up and dropped near the line of scrimmage. They gave him the 30-yard line, maybe 1 yard. Ifatu Melifonwu in on the tackle again. He's had an active first half.
Boy, you thought he was going to get there. He just absolutely got turned around on the hit. Detroit playing that with 2 safeties back, trying to take away any thought process of a long pass. Now 3rd and short. Just get the first down, move the chains.
Denver, 1 of 4 on 3rd down. Russell Wilson under center, has a snap, and then falls over the right side. He's hit as he tried to dive over the pile, and the officials running in from the side,
he's short,
are just shy of the 31-yard line. That's where he needed to get. Jack Campbell had the contact.
There is no team that runs a quarterback sneak like the Philadelphia Eagles.
No.
Now, they didn't try the brotherly shove there. They just tried a regular quarterback sneak with nobody pushing from behind, but we've seen teams try to emulate that. And
it's 4th down. They're going for it.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll go for it or just try and get Detroit to jump.
Javonte Williams is single back, and they'll take the snap, and then Russell Wilson just jumps over the pile like Superman straight ahead, and he has the first down, reaching the football ahead. A gamble from their own 30-yard line.
That's Sean Payton saying, guys, we got to get something going here. So we're going to make this move right here as McGlinchey gets up slow, and he's like, he gets his left shoulder or arm somewhere in the arm area there.
Denver now 8 of 13 for the season on 4th down.
Goes out Cam Fleming, coming in, 3rd-year player out of Stanford. I'm sorry, 10th-year player. He just looks young, 10 years.
Those West Coast guys.
Stanford. Yeah.
Those California sun.
Living right out there.
I mean, only thing left of Russell Wilson after he hit the pile were his legs up in the air. Like he was upside down when he landed in the pile.
It's a good play, kind of a quick count, and then just get yourself airborne, get the half a yard.
So now, 1st and 10 for the Broncos, moving right to left, trailing at 14-0 in Detroit. 6:08 to play until halftime. Russell Wilson so far 3 of 8 passing, 71 yards. He works out of the gun, running back off his right hip. Single receiver each way. Williams is the back and takes a delayed handoff, running between the guards and nothing doing, maybe a yard up to the 33-yard line. John Kaminsky, defensive end, in on the play.
Remember, Detroit won the toss, took the ball. So Denver, there's 5.5 minutes to go, but they'd like to eat up as much time as they can. They get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
5:30 to play until halftime. 2nd down and 8. Single back behind Russell Wilson under center. Tight ends just off the right tackle, play fake, and Wilson back to throw. Clean pocket, throwing left side. It's caught by the running back, Javonte Williams, outside the left numbers, but he's tripped up as he tried to cut up field. Alex Anzalone in on the play, and a minimal gain, if anything, maybe a loss. In fact, they lost 2, so it's back to the original line of scrimmage on this set of downs, and it's 3rd down and 10 for Denver.
Well, he was looking for Sutton going right down the middle of the field, except there were 2 safeties back there, kind of getting ready to squeeze him, so that wasn't the place to go.
3rd down and 10 for the Broncos, trailing at 14-0. Ball at their own 32-yard line. Samaje Perine is the running back just off the right hip of Russell Wilson. Stomps his right foot, pauses, stomps it again, and he has the shotgun snap. Number high, late pressure from a safety blitz, rolling to the right, hit from behind as he let it fly to the right boundary. It's incomplete. Another late blitz from Ifeatu Melifonwu, who's been all over the field for the Lions defense. He came flying through a hole through the middle of the offensive line and forced Russell Wilson to the right.
For a team that doesn't blitz much, JP, they are timing their blitzes so well, not giving them away at all. And then when your Russell Wilson gets out of the pocket, but now you have a DB chasing him, he's going to catch him.
Tried to find Jerry Jeudy last moment on the boundary, no doing. And the high wobbly spiral underneath to Khalif Raymond to return for the Lions. Bearcats called and made at the 18-yard line for Detroit.
Remember I talked about they try and want to burn a lot of clock and then, yeah, never mind.
4:21 to go now until halftime. A reminder to stay with us for the Saturday Night Football halftime report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. John Stashauer will recap the first two games of the tripleheader today. That's coming up on the Wendy's halftime report. Wendy's breakfast, 2 for $3. Biggie bundles are here, limited time only during breakfast hours. Now the Lions have an opportunity. All 3 timeouts for both teams. 4:21 to go in the second quarter. Lions 14, Broncos nothing.
Just about 200 yards of total offense. 12 first downs and just 4 for Denver, just dominating right now.
David Montgomery is the running back. Jared Goff, 15 of 20 passing, 160 through the air, and 2 touchdowns. Tight formation under center snap. Goff turns with his left hand and a run over the right side for David Montgomery and into the stack. Nothing really going on there. A couple yards. Alex Singleton, Baron Browning combined on the tackle for the Broncos. The clock rolls at 4:05 to go in the second.
That's partly just good study there. Brock Wright, the tight end, was in. He's more of the run-blocking tight end, so you see him into the game that you're not like you're guessing, but averaging, going over a game plan, you realize they're going to run more. He's more of a run guy, and a good job there by Denver.
4 in the formation, 3 on the left side. Goff out of the gun, running back David Montgomery off his right hip. Broncos bring 4 on a shotgun snap, thrown over the middle. Caught ball at the 30 on the right hash mark, trying to spin away. He's right at the first down marker when he made the catch. Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they're going to give it to him. Just past the 29-yard line, and a first down for the Lions.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, nice job right into the middle of the field. On routes from 0 to 9 air yards, he's third in the NFL with 518 yards. These sound like baseball stats. Don't they? I mean, oh my God.
Wins above replacement. Under center, it's Jared Goff has the snap, turns, play fake, pulls it out, throws to the left side. It is incomplete and into double coverage and trouble on the left side along the numbers. Josh Reynolds ran into a buzzsaw over there.
Yeah, Fabian Moreau was right there. That was not going to end well no matter what for Detroit on that one.
So now the clock stopped with 3:01 to play until halftime. Lions 14, Broncos nothing. Lions break the huddle with Goff in the gun again. Running back off his left hip is Montgomery. 2 receivers stacked to the left, single man right. Laporta in a 3-point stance just off the right tackle. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a receiver on the right side with off coverage. Back to throw, 4-man rush, thrown over the middle, caught. St. Brown at the 40, on the move at the 45, across the 50, between the hash marks, cutting up field across the 45, down to the 42-yard line of the Broncos where Justin Simmons made the tackle, but Amon-Ra St. Brown with a catch and run of 29.
That time both linebackers stepped up, but only one blitz, and Goff threw it right in the middle of the field where that hole was.
Off in the gun again, tight splits for all the receivers, and the snap, it's a handoff right side, finds a crease across the 40, Montgomery powering those big legs, and he's up inside the 35-yard line to the 34, 8-yard gain on first down for David Montgomery, the former Chicago Bear.
There's nothing like if you're on offense, a 2nd and 2, and it's really not good if you're on defense.
Timeout on the field, Denver called it.
First, charge timeout, Denver. There will be a 30-second timeout. Please set the game clock to 2:17, please.
You got
2:17.
You got it, John Hussey. That's the official tonight. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow Westwood One Sports on X.
So, we talked about Laporta and the number he has on as a tight end. Coming into this game, St. Brown needed 3 receptions and he's one short of that. He needs one more to be the third player in NFL history with 90 or more receptions and 900 receiving yards in each of your first 3 seasons. Third one, the others were Odell Beckham, 14-16, and Michael Thomas from 16 to 18 in New Orleans. Remember, Michael Thomas just tore up the league early on before the injuries started hitting him.
So now 2nd down and 2 for the Lions. Single back under center. Goff turns, hands it off. Montgomery straight ahead, powering forward and close to the marker. They'll march it in from the side. Mike Purcell in on the tackle, and this is going to be close. Meanwhile, the clock moves close to the 2-minute warning. 03, 02, 01, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. It will be 3rd down and less than a yard coming up. At the 2-minute warning, it's Lions 14, Broncos nothing, and you're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Hey guys, Chris Brockman here. Prize Picks, it's the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. And now I can play during basketball season too. I can take combo projections across both sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projection, and place your entry. You could turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And Prize Picks is the only DFS platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game if one of your players goes down. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Monday night, the Philadelphia Eagles at 10-3 take on the Seattle Seahawks at 6-7. Join Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner for all the action. Pre-game coverage with NFL Network's Rich Eisen kicks off at 7:30 Eastern on most of these same stations. Log on to westwood1sports.com for more details or to listen to the live stream for free. If it's Monday Night Football, it's on Westwood 1. Well, for the Detroit Lions, there were 16 scenarios for them to clinch a playoff berth after 16? This week. 16? Well, a lot of those were if they tied tonight. Okay. 7 of those were if they win. One of those, Minnesota lost already. If Seattle loses and Detroit wins, the Lions clinch a playoff berth.
My eyes have just glazed over.
Shotgun stab, handoff. Montgomery looking to the right side, breaks through a tackle across the 30. He's got it. On 3rd and 1, Justin Simmons could not hold him back. 4-yard gain, first down Lions inside 2 minutes.
Felt like I was just in a statistics class. Business stats. Just sat there going, what did you just say?
The back of the room. We'll catch it on the notes later, I guess. 1st and 10 Lions, and they're looking for more before halftime at 1:30. No hurry at all. Goff is under center. Single back behind him. Handoff. This is Montgomery right side. Finds a crease. 25. Outside the numbers. Trips up across the 20. Give him the 18-yard line. Pat Surtain made the tackle. But it's another first down, Detroit in the red zone now, 11 yards.
So remember earlier I mentioned that Detroit got to the 50-yard line, Denver's 39 and Denver's 49. They got nothing out of it all since then. The 19-yard line touchdown, they got to Denver's 9-yard line touchdown, and now they're sitting at the 18-yard line, and we'll see how this one finishes up.
Tight split for all the receivers. Laporta moves back as the fullback. David Montgomery, the running back behind him. The toss, no, fake toss to the right. Throwing to the left side. It's St. Brown trying to break out of a tackle. He's dragged down by the ankle at the 15-yard line inbounds. Daquan McMillan after a 3-yard gain, and the clock moves at 40 seconds to go until halftime. Second down and 7. The ball at the 15 officially for Detroit going in. Jahmyr Gibbs is the running back. Lions huddle up with now 30 seconds to go. No rush whatsoever. The Lions with 3 timeouts. And finally, Burnham.
First. Charge timeout, Detroit.
Well, they wasted a lot of time.
Should be a 30-second timeout.
I mean, especially with 3 timeouts. You got them to burn.
You got them to burn. I mean, that was... Got to be more decisive there on when to use that one. Save a few seconds.
Well, the Broncos have 2 timeouts and Russell Wilson. So, all right. Do you want to give him any chance at all to have the football with timeouts? And I guess the answer is no, you don't.
Seems you don't. And just to pay it off, because I mentioned it before, St. Brown got that 3rd reception, so now he is officially the 3rd player in NFL history with 90 or more receptions, 900 or more receiving yards in each of your first 3 seasons. So congrats to him. That's the way to start a career.
Really remarkable. So now it is, after the timeout, 2nd and 7 at the 15 for Detroit, leading at 14-0. They have it at the Broncos' 15-yard line. And pressure shown. Goff has the shotgun snap, looking left, throwing to the left side. It is a one-hopper, incomplete. Goff is on his backside in the backfield. No penalty flag. Mike Purcell with the pressure in his face. And it's now 3rd and 7 Lions.
Boy, he had St. Brown and Purcell in his face, made him throw the ball going backward, a la Kurt Warner back in the day. But Kurt Warner would complete all those. This one, I mean, St. Brown, that was 6 for him. If Goff could have got a little more juice on that ball.
24 seconds to go in the second quarter. 14-0 Lions. They have the football. 3rd down and 7 at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
They look for Laporta.
He's lined up in the slot on the right. One of 3 receivers that way. Single man on the left side. Jahmyr Gibbs is the back left side of Goff. Shotgun snap, looking to the right side. Caught on the slant. St. Brown at the 5. Leaping into the end zone, and he does a somersault for a touchdown. Lions. And he pumps the football into the stands. The Lions put an exclamation point on the first half. 19 seconds to play until the break. It's a 15-yard touchdown. And it's Lions 20, Broncos nothing.
What an excellent play. They end up with 3 receivers to the right. And Laporta runs straight up into the end zone and clears them out. And St. Brown just cuts right underneath into a wide open middle of the field.
Point after touchdown attempt from Badgley. The snap and the spot on target. The kick is through the pipes. 19 seconds to play until the break. It's all Lions here at Ford Field. Lions 21, Broncos nothing. St. Brown tonight, 5 catches, 76 yards, and touchdown number 7 on the season.
Well, they are just, we talked about at the top of the broadcast, they had to get back their consistency, and the biggest thing that was hurting them defensively, they were giving up some big throws down the field, which still Russell Wilson and this offense has the ability to do, but it hasn't happened yet. And offensively, they had been turning the ball over, and they have not done it tonight. And they're doing what you want to do against a Vance Joseph defense, which is an aggressive defense that will come after you. They have put that aggressive defense on their heels a bit because of the play calling, of what Ben Johnson's doing on the offensive side, how he's mixing up the plays. And when Denver's bringing pressure, Detroit is doing a nice job of picking it up.
Lions with a 3-touchdown lead. 3 touchdown passes from Jared Goff in this first half. Long approach, right footer swings through. Fox with the kickoff into the end zone to our right for a touchback. And moments away from the halftime break. Goff just on a roll tonight.
Yep. Last 3 possessions, TD drives for Detroit. And we'll see here, 19 seconds, 2 timeouts. This is one of those, other than just take a knee and go to half, they get the ball in the third quarter. Or try that first play and see what you gain on it to decide if they want to go for it. I have a feeling they're just going to go into halftime, get their Gatorade, and come back out with the ball in the third.
The kneel-down formation, the snap, and the left knee to the turf, and the Broncos will head into the portal, down 3 touchdowns. The Lions in command.
I would have sounded a lot better if you didn't say they were a kneel-down formation. You just sold me out right there. Sold me out. I could have looked like a prognosticator there.
Got him. Sorry about it. The players running off the field here at Ford Field, Detroit. The Lions are in business at halftime. Lions 21, Broncos nothing. We'll return with John Stashower from our studios with the Wendy's halftime report. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
For the ones who keep stadiums buzzing and shop floors running, there's Grainger. Keep your operations humming with professional-grade maintenance, safety, and industrial products from Grainger. Offering supplies and solutions for every industry, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, Grainger can help you stay on top of your game. Not sure exactly what you need? Huddle up with Grainger's product specialists. They'll tackle your toughest questions to help you move your team forward. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Welcome to the NFL Halftime Report on Westwood 1. Sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price. Once again, here's your host, John Stashower.
Third and final game of the Saturday triple header. Big second quarter by the Lions. 3 touchdowns. They lead the Broncos 21-0. The second game of the day was in Indianapolis. Battle of backup quarterbacks. The Steelers, Mitchell Trubisky. The Colts, Gardner Minshew. Trubisky was good early on. Touchdown run. 2 minutes later, after a Pittsburgh block punt, a TD pass. Steelers led 13-0, but they would get shut out for the last 44 minutes. The Colts scored the last 30, led by Minshew.
And back to throw Minshew on first down near sideline. Toss caught. It's going to be a touchdown. It's Mo Ali Cox. He got lost in the secondary, hit him on the fly, took it to the near right corner. His 8th catch of the season, his 3rd touchdown.
Since he had the Westwood 1 call, Minshew threw for 3 TDs. Matt Gay kicked 3 field goals. The Steelers were down 2 touchdowns. They did get to midfield. This would be Trubisky's last pass of the day.
6:06, clock ticking down. Trubisky will throw. Floats it over the middle. It's picked off. A high throw and intercepted. Back down the middle of the field to the 50 to the 45-yard line. And that was number 32, Julian Blackmon, with the interception. And the Colts will take over with 5 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game.
And Trubisky was then benched for Mason Rudolph. Indianapolis won 30-13 to go to 8-6. 5 wins their last 6 games. If Jacksonville loses tomorrow night to Baltimore, the Colts are tied for first. AFC South. Steelers last place now in the AFC North. They've lost 3 straight, 4 out of 5. Their coach is Mike Tomlin.
All right, man, let's be honest, right? We're a fundamentally poor football group right now. We're playing losing football, and I take responsibility for that. By losing football, I mean we're just not doing fundamental things well enough. We're not. We're turning the ball over. We're highly penalized. We don't play good in situations. And so I'm just acknowledging that.
Tomlin feeling some heat for maybe the first time in his long coaching career. They're hoping to get the starting quarterback Kenny Pickett back next week. We had a comeback and an overtime earlier today. Details coming up. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The forgotten poor. This is NASCAR champion Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski. What is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's a place to talk about your favorite sport.
You know, I renew my subscription. It never comes off this channel. The whole day is awesome.
It's a place to hear from the biggest names in NASCAR.
Joey Logano, what are you doing?
I got the SiriusXM set up at my house so I can jump on more often.
Joey, I want to first thank you for doing this. This is awesome for the fans.
It's a trusted source for breaking news.
Major stories today, my friends.
let's get down to business.
I'm in the hauler with the breaking news story.
It's every NASCAR race heard live, including in-car radios.
Logano gets into the back. He shoves him up the racetrack.
Stay out. Trust me. Custer's going to go for the lead here. They get door to door with each other.
Yeah!
And it's classic races that honor the history of the sport.
Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Daytona 500.
So what is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's your 24/7 home for all things NASCAR.
The way you guys cover these races is unbelievable.
Channel 90 and on the SiriusXM app.
High speed, high tech, and filled with high flyers. Formula One is the world's most elite motorsports league. I'm Sarah Eisen, and my new CNBC documentary, Inside Track, The Business of Formula One, takes a detailed look at what's fueling F1's popularity and who's profiting. You'll hear from the biggest names in the sport, including executives, drivers, and sponsors. Follow the Squawk on the Street podcast and listen to Inside Track, The Business of Formula One, now.
Hey, this is Howard Bender from the Fantasy Alarm Show. Catch me and the GM Jim Bowden weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. All week long, we bring you the best in fantasy insights around. We're all the fantasy football deliciousness you need to help you crush your fantasy football leagues this season. Plus, we share our favorite picks for DFS and betting. Oh, and don't forget about Jukebox Monday, the Wheel of Randomness, and all your favorites. That's the Fantasy Alarm Show weeknights from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern, Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87.
I'm John Stashauer. The Lions leading the Broncos at halftime in Detroit, 21-0. The Saturday tripleheader began with a wild one in Cincinnati. Like the Steelers-Colts game, backup quarterbacks. In fact, first two games today, 4 teams, all 4 coming in with the same record of 7-6, and all 4 without the guys that figured to be the starting quarterbacks. Nick Mullins getting his first start for the Vikings. Jake Browning again for the Bengals. Minnesota led 17-3 in the fourth quarter, but Browning in the fourth and the overtime threw for 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Bengals tied the game. They appeared to have taken the lead on a pick 6, but there was an offsides against Cincinnati. That kept the drive alive, and the Vikings had first and goal at the 1.
Play fake. Mullins looking to throw. Eyeballing end zone. Past the football. He's flushed. Rolling to his near right. 2 Bengals in his face. Off balance throw is tipped. And Jordan Addison able to bring it in. Touchdown! Off balance toss, and Addison in heavy traffic brings it in cleanly. 23-17 Minnesota. 3:48 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, it's John Sadak here on Westwood 1. Bengals would then have the answer. They would tie the game in the final minute. Another crazy touchdown.
Cincinnati changing things up. Browning out of the gun, down to TD. Fades back near left hash. He's flushed. He's rolling to his right. 1-footed throw. Dangerous end zone. Higgins goes up. He makes the grab. Tied to the sideline at the 1. Touchdown! Both hands up. He somehow won it against a double team on a prayer pass. And the Bengals are an extra point away from deadlocking the day. 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Higgins caught it. The 2 reached back to put the ball over the pylon. So off to overtime. Bengals went 3 and out. Vikings were moving to the Cincy 42, just a little outside of field goal range. 3rd and 1, then 4th and 1. Both times they tried a Mullins quarterback sneak, a tush push. There wasn't much push. This was not the way the Eagles do it. So the Bengals got the ball. Browning hooked up 44 yards to Tyler Boyd at the 13. It was time for a game-winning kick.
3:17 clock rolls. We await the snap. Clean. Spot good. Right foot, a kick in the air. He drilled it. Evan McPherson, the walk-off winner. And the Bengals win in overtime. They rally from down 17-3. They beat the Vikings 27-24. The Bengals have won 3 in a row. Their postseason hopes helped. They are now 8-6. The Vikings take a loss with a 4th different starting quarterback, a single-season franchise record. In Game 1 for Nick Mullins is QB1. Minnesota falls and tumbles to 7-7.
Yeah, so the Bengals winning with Joe Burrow out and Jake Browning in. Vikings had that 5-game winning streak. Of course, they lost Kirk Cousins. Joshua Dobbs came in, was good, then not so good. They're 1-3 in their last 4, and those losses have been by 1, 2, and today 3 points. A year ago, The Week 15 Saturday had that epic Minnesota comeback over Indianapolis. They came from 33-0 down. Today, it was the Vikings that blew a lead and the Colts who had a comeback win. This has been Westwood One Saturday NFL Halftime Report, sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hour. U.S. price and participating may vary. Not valid at combo, single item at regular price. Second half coming up from Detroit. Lions had the big second quarter. They lead the Broncos 21-0. We will rejoin J.P. Shadrick, Mike Golick. They'll have the second half coming up. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a STIHL. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the STIHL Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the BG56 CE handheld blower. Visit your local STIHL dealer or go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Real STIHL. Find yours. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart Plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Welcome back to Detroit Ford Field. All Lions 21-0 over the Broncos. Closing in on the second half kick. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed. Make the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. All Lions. Total yardage 279 for Detroit, 75 for Denver in the first half. 17 first downs to 4 in favor of the Lions. Detroit 3 of 6 on third down. Denver 1 of 6. Oh, man. Passing yardage 208 to 50. All Lions. And the Lions punted their first 3 possessions, touchdowns on their final 3. So, Mike, how about some keys to the second half of this game?
Denver, get going. Listen, you got to give credit to the Detroit, especially defense. You mentioned the offensive numbers for Denver. They're horrible, but that's a credit to the defense and what they're doing. So let's see what Sean Payton comes up with on the offensive side to start to mix it up. It's 21-0. It's halftime. You have time. You don't have to completely abandon your game plan at this point. So let's see how much you can mix it up. They get the ball here. What adjustments were made at halftime? Remember, the Denver defense did pretty well in the beginning, even though Detroit drove the ball a bit. They came away with nothing their first 3 drives, and then they got it going. So Denver defense was pretty good in the beginning, but the offense has got to start showing some consistency.
So the second half about to begin. The Denver Broncos will get the football. For the Lions, it's the first time they've shut out an opponent in the first half all season long. And it's now time for the second half kickoff, sponsored by Boot Barn. Boot Barn celebrates the values of honesty, hard work, ingenuity, and perseverance, proudly offering a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn, keep West.
Can I tell you, I had an ice cream sandwich at halftime? I haven't had one of those, I think, since grade school.
I also had one. The folks in Detroit treat the media and everybody up here extremely well. Extremely well.
It's fantastic. I got, the ice cream sandwich.
You need a napkin?
You hold them, though, and you get that chocolate, like
I can see that.
All over my fingers right now.
I can see that.
My mouth, if we were on TV, people would be like, what a disgusting pig that guy is.
The kickoff from Detroit from right to left in the second half is underway. The high and over-end kick is into the end zone to our left and a touchback. And the Denver Broncos will get the football. Down 21-0. Russell Wilson, 4 of 10 passing, 69 yards in the first half. And the Broncos have been so good as of late. 7-6 record after a 1-5 start. One back of Kansas City coming into the weekend. And the Broncos just trying to find their sea legs here in this game as we begin the third quarter. Russell Wilson under center, man in motion left to right is Judy. Offset eye, and the running back is Javonte Williams. They'll change the play at the line with 15 on the play clock. Wilson marks it all around and then goes back up under center. And takes the snap, turns, hands off with his right hand. It is cutting to the right side. Javonte Williams started left, cut over the center, over the right guard instead, and John Kaminsky made the tackle for Detroit. And it is a minimal gain, maybe 3 yards on first down.
You know, we keep talking about Denver, like you said, and what they've done offensively, but we can basically throw all those numbers out right now because it's, it's a what have you done for me lately league, and they've done nothing right now. As I said, credit Detroit defense. They're playing some really good ball right now, but we know we've seen the last 5-6 games what Denver has done offensively.
2 receivers, tight splits on the right, single man left, play fake. Wilson back to throw pressure, throwing left side on a screen, caught by the running back, wrapped up, brought down in the backfield. Around the 22 on the left numbers, Josh Paschal made the tackle on Javonte Williams, a loss of 5 on the play. Well done.
I mean, we're just seeing great coverage by Detroit. Good pressure up front. Again, they don't have they're, as I mentioned, 25th in the league in sacks, but 8th in pressure. So they're getting that pressure, ball out, but they're recognizing screens, and the wide man on that side of the line is peeling off.
Perine is the running back. Wilson in the gun on 3rd down and 12 from their own 23-yard line. Cortland Sutton, the 3rd down threat, is on the left side of the formation. The snap, 4-man rush, back to throw Wilson. Throws deep down the middle of the field between the hash marks. Into double coverage, it's knocked away. Penalty flag early in the play, and a second penalty flag at the contact on the back end. Kirby Joseph, Alex Anzalone, and on coverage, Marvin Mims Jr., the intended receiver. There's laundry all over the field.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be against the defense here. Might get pass interference one call and holding or illegal contact on another call.
Referee John Hussey having a conversation with his officiating crew. Hussey, hired as a line judge in 2002, voted a referee in 2015. And here comes the call.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Illegal contact, defense. Number 30, that penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense number 34. That ball would place the spot in the foul. Automatic, first down.
So Dorsey is number 30, Anzalone is number 34.
So Anzalone didn't look back for the ball at all, and that's always going to get you into trouble. He just put his arms up and runs into the receiver. At least if you look back for the ball to try and make a play on it, they're going to let a little bit of contact go. But when you just completely bail out of that and don't look back, you're going to get the call against you.
44-yard penalty. 1st and 10, Denver at the Detroit 33, and a delayed handoff. Samaje Perine over the right guard. Aiden Hutchinson, though, crashed in to wrap him up, and the big defender at 6'7", 268, second-year man from Michigan made the tackle, a gain of 2.
They're crashing hard on the outside here. One of these times, Russell Wilson's got to pull that ball, and he's going to have some room to run.
Man on the field late for the Detroit defense. 5 of the formation for Wilson working out of the gun. They'll stop play for a moment to allow for the substitution, and now play will resume with 10 on the play clock. They reset it now. 25 on the play clock for Wilson. Stomps his right foot, points out something, has the snap, back to throw. Lions bringing 4, thrown over the middle, caught on a crosser left to right at the 25. Outside the numbers to the 20, and then out of bounds. Cortland Sutton on the right boundary with a catch and run. And Sutton is down to around the 17-yard line. A 14-yard gain, first down, Denver.
Yeah, and that wasn't going to get that many yards on the crossing route. Nice job by Lucas Krull seeing Sutton come across the field and gets a great block to spring Sutton even longer. Gets the block on Dorsey.
Sutton single man right. Judy the single receiver left. Tight ends all over the field for Denver. Single back. Wilson under center. Hand off to the right side. Javonte Williams is over the right side of the offensive line and then pushing the pile ahead. He's close to the 10. They'll give him to the 11-yard line officially. Third-year running back out of North Carolina has a 6-yard gain. Jack Campbell and Benito Jones made the tackle for Detroit.
I remember covering him when I was calling college games out of North Carolina. What a hard runner he was there. The lion's share of the work here. Came in tonight with 170 carries.
The Broncos on the move, helped by a 44-yard penalty. They are now at the 11-yard line going in, trailing 21-0. Under center snap. Wilson looking to the end zone right side. Has a man with a step, but he overthrew it. Intended for his tight end, Adam Troutman, in the back right corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Third down.
So again, third down, they need to get to the 7. Don't have to throw it to the end zone. And you certainly need 7s instead of 3s here. So you don't have to get greedy and get into the blue of the end zone, the Honolulu blue of the end zone. And just 7-yard line. Get to the 6, get to the 5, get a first down, new set of downs.
Pirine is the running back, 2 receivers, and now Pirine to the left, so 5 in the formation for Wilson on third down and 4 at the 11 going in. Stomps his right foot, waits for it, he has the snap. Quick thrown right side of the flat, caught inside the 10, twisting his way, he's close to the first down, and he has it. Near the 5-yard line, Lil Jordan Humphrey, 4th-year receiver out of Texas, 5-yard gain, first and goal for the Broncos.
Lil Jordan Humphrey, named after Michael Jordan, by the way. But that's a great play. That's all you need to do. Get yourself a new set of downs. Now you got 4 plays to get it in the end zone if you need them.
Tight splits for the receivers. Under center, Wilson. Samaje Perine, the single back, has the handoff over the right side of the line. Stutters his way, trying to fall ahead. He's inside the 5, and then wrapped up and brought down near the 3-yard line. 3-yard gain for Perine.
I'll tell you what, though. The defense is doing a nice job of coming down the line of scrimmage, staying square, keeping kind of that picket fence, and making and not getting beat on any kind of cutback.
Extra big men in for Detroit now. Okwara and Kaminsky are in the game on the defensive line. On second down and goal at the 3. Under center, Wilson. Single back is Williams. And a play fake. Wilson looking to the end zone. Throws back right corner. Has a man caught, but out of bounds. He made the catch, but is pushed out of bounds. Brandon Johnson, 2nd-year receiver out of Central Florida. And it's now 3rd and goal.
Excellent defensive job. You know he's going up for the catch. Just either try and knock it out of his hands or push him out. Don't let him come down in bounds. Remember that old rule in the NFL that if it looked like you were going to come down in bounds, they gave you the catch anyway? Luckily, they got rid of that rule now. Just push him out.
Melifonwu was in on coverage. He's been all over the field tonight for the Detroit defense. It's now 3rd down and goal. This is the 10th play of the drive for Denver. 3rd and goal at the 3. Wilson has the shotgun snap and play fake and back to throw. Looking to the left side of the end zone, lets it fly, has a man in single coverage, a leaping try, and it is caught. A touchdown, Denver. Lil Jordan Humphrey with his 2nd touchdown reception of the season, and the Broncos are on the board with 10:34 to play in the 3rd quarter. The new score is Lions 21, Broncos 6.
Melifonwu was there. I mean, he was right there in coverage. Caught up to him because the ball was lofted. But just an excellent job by the 6'4 Humphrey. Russell Wilson does the right thing. You know, my guy's got a size advantage. Loft it up.
They're going to take a look at this thing to make sure Humphrey got his hand underneath it and it didn't hit the Honolulu blue painted end zone. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it is. We're looking at all the angles here. The first one was from the backside. Couldn't really tell. Now we're seeing one from the front side. And again, the ball can hit the ground as long as you have control of it, an arm under it. And it looked like he had an arm in control. It wasn't under the ball all the way. It was kind of on the side of the ball. And the ball did hit the ground, but he did have his arm wrapped around it.
This close shave instant replay review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Choose Barbasol for a thick lather and close, comfortable shave. Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol.
So again, when the ball hits the ground, you always look to see where's the control. Is it underneath or not?
The conclusion when we return, it's 21-6 Lions. Replay pending. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
On SiriusXM, the NFL experience goes far beyond game day. And your SiriusXM subscription gives you all the access you need to the NFL content you crave every game. With your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
He caught it for a touchdown!
Hear live talk shows discussing all the different angles.
He's been injured, but he knows how to win.
Passionate debates on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Interviews with coaches and players on NFL Radio. And advice on your fantasy lineups on Fantasy Sports Radio. All the NFL content you need, all on the SiriusXM app. SiriusXM has the NFL covered from every angle. Hear all pro analysis on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88.
This team is not built to succeed.
Join the passionate debate on Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 82.
You gotta be kidding me!
And get expert fantasy football advice on Fantasy Sports Radio Channel 87.
Joe in Florida, let's fix your fantasy lineup.
It's an all-out blitz of football talk on SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app. The fantasy football playoffs are here.
Touchdown!
In one of the most chaotic fantasy football seasons ever, you need Fantasy Sports Radio's experts to guide you to a championship.
Thank you guys for making me a better fantasy player.
From start-sit advice to how to pivot from a key injury, set a winning lineup with the best insight from our experts.
Patrick Mahomes against the Patriots, I'm expecting big-time points.
It's all on Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and the Sirius XM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
Hey, it's Fantasy Football Happy Hour with me, Matthew Barrett, and we're your go-to source for fantasy news, analysis, and advice. Looking for waiver wire insight? Unsure about line decisions? Your search ends here. Not only are we going to have Roto-World player news every single weekday, but you also find out about my weekly love-hate list, my rankings, and much more. So tune in noon at Peacock, listen on SiriusXM, NBC Sports Audio Channel 85, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Referee John Hussey just announced that after review, the ruling on the field stands. It's a touchdown, Broncos. 10:34 to play, third quarter, 21-6 Lions.
That was like an episode of a series on TV that took so long. I thought he was turning the channel, seeing what else was on. Man, they looked at that a long time.
And Russell Wilson had come back on the field before the announcement and then runs back off in celebration. A point-after touchdown attempt is upcoming from Will Lutz. Snap and spot, and the kick clears the line, and it's through. It's good, and the Broncos are on the board. 10:34 to play, third quarter. The new score is Lions 21, Broncos 7. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the National Football League.
We're bringing the pop and sizzle with me, Adam Shine, on Channel Sports every weekday from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern on SiriusXM Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Stream the NFL on Westwood 1 for free, sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on Westwood1Sports.com, on the NFL app by asking Alexa to open Westwood 1 Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. Make AutoZone your end zone. Check engine light on? Get it checked with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
So we always look to see how do you come out in the third quarter, especially the team from behind. What adjustments do you make? But what helps there is you got aided by a 44-yard pass interference penalty.
Doesn't hurt.
That certainly helps. Helps the situation a lot.
Well, sometimes you need to flip it somehow, right?
Yeah,
if it's not going to be a catch, then, get a linebacker 40 yards down the field.
Well, you see more of that taking place. So when you see the linebacker, it's cover two. The two safeties are back there, which always means the middle backer has to go sprinting down the field and cover the middle of the field, and that led to the PI call.
So now the Broncos set to kick it away from left to right, back to the Detroit Lions. 21-7 the score. And this kick drifts into the end zone to our right, a touchback. The Lions back out on offense. Denver doubling their total first downs on that drive alone. They had 4 first downs at the half. Now they have 8 in the game.
This would be a big, big momentum shifter if they can force a punt from Detroit, get the ball right back.
Of course, Detroit has dropped 2 of their last 3 games coming into this one. They have a 9-4 record, first place in the NFC North, and it's 1st and 10 Lions. Single back is Jahmyr Gibbs behind Goff in the gun. Play fake and back to throw. The right-hander looking over the middle, has a man. Amon-Ra St. Brown at the 40, crossing left to right, breaks the tackle, 45, cuts upfield, and he's knocked down just past the midfield stripe. Near the jumping Lion logo, P.J. Luck made the tackle, 26 yards. St. Brown on the move again. First down, Detroit.
Crossing route in motion from right to left, and then goes back over to the right across the middle. Man who's second in the NFL in crossing route yardage, 216 yards coming into this game.
St. Brown with his 13th career 100-yard game. Play fake, back to throw. Off to the left side, lets it fly, incomplete, a one-hopper. Jamison Williams, the intended receiver. St. Brown now 8 targets, 6 catches, 102, and a touchdown tonight. It's now 2nd down and 10 at the Broncos 49 for the Lions, leading at 21-7.
What a duo they have with St. Brown and with Sam Laporta, who's been just incredible as a first-year player.
Out of the shotgun, Goff has a running back off his left flank. Two receivers left, single man is right. Broncos showing pressure. They step away as Goff waits with 5 on the play clock. Now 3, now 2, and he has the football, hands it off right side. Nothing there. Into the wall, Jahmyr Gibbs with the carry. DJ Jones was the first man in, the nose tackle for Denver, and no gain. And if they can ever get Jameson Williams fully going, that's another option with an incredible world-class speed.
Sure is. I mean, the biggest thing for them tonight is they haven't turned the ball over. Right? That's been really what's been affecting them in the last couple of games.
Yeah, 10 turnovers in the last 4 games for Detroit. Nothing tonight. 9:20 to play, third quarter. It's 3rd down and 9, and the Lions 3 of 6 on 3rd tonight. Shotgun snap for Goff. Handoff. Gibbs right side finds a hole at the 50. Outside the numbers 45 to the 40. Pushed out of bounds. He's got the first down. Jahmyr Gibbs also has that speed. And he outruns P.J. Locke to the corner. First down, Detroit.
So that was a classic Vance Joseph call on defense. 3rd and long, normally an obvious passing down. So they have just about everybody up on the line. And the one thing about it is it's sometimes tough to get through when you have that many people on the line. But if you break through the first level, you got a whole lot of space to run, just what we saw there.
Jahmyr Gibbs with the first down, and 1st and 10, Detroit at the 38-yard line, moving right to left in the 3rd quarter. Under center snap, Goff handoff straight ahead, finds a crease, Gibbs again to the 30, breaks a tackle at the 27, he's outside the 20, breaks another tackle at the 10, right boundary to the 5, and he's knocked down at the 5-yard line on the right boundary. He broke about 4 tackles on the play, and it's 1st and goal for the Lions. What a run from Gibbs, the rookie running back of 34.
Again, go pat everybody on the O-line on the back for that one, and Sam Laporta lined up like that H-back, came across the formation for the kind of the block on the backside. A huge hole for Gibbs to run through, and then he sure makes it fun at the end, doesn't he?
Certainly did. He stiff-armed the first man and then twisted out of P.J. Locke's tackle. 6 carries, 75 yards for Gibbs. It's down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Detroit. Single back. Under center is Goff. Man in motion left to right. The snap, the turn, and the handoff to the right side. Gibbs wrapped up around the waist by Jonathan Cooper, the linebacker from Ohio State. And it's no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, 3.5-yard line.
You know, we just started mentioning the weapons that they have to throw in Jameson Williams in there as well. But this duo in the backfield, both of these guys have 2 20-yard rushing touchdowns each. It's the first time for Detroit since 1936. They both have had 50 or more scrimmage yards in each of the last 5 games. So it's truly, a two-headed monster in the backfield.
It is 2nd and goal from the 3 officially. Under center snap, rolling to the left. Goff looking towards the end zone, lets it fly back left corner. Nothing doing. Overshot Amon-Ra St. Brown. Fabian Moreau was in on coverage. I mean, that's not long after they moved to Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in Portsmouth before that, right?
1936. Some of these players were just kids then.
I think so.
The combo right now, 16 carries for 117 yards. Again, they're going against the worst rush defense in the NFL.
Lions at 3rd and goal from the 3.5. Goff in the gun, running back to his right, trips receivers right side, single man left, a man in motion right to left, shotgun snap for Goff, lets it fly right side of the end zone, diving catch, touchdown Lions! Sam Laporta's brilliant rookie season continues. This is a 3-yard touchdown, his 2nd of the game. Lions 27, Broncos 7, 7:01 to play in the 3rd.
So we went through half of the 3rd quarter. Denver got on the board, but Detroit just said, you know what? No blood. No blood on that one. We got that score right back. We're right back where we were. That's a great drive.
Laporta brilliant. Point after touchdown attempt is up. End over end kick is good. Lions answer right back. 4 straight touchdown drives for the Detroit Lions. And with 7:01 to play in the 3rd quarter, it's Lions 28, Broncos 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Michael Fabiano here, and if you want even more excitement on game day, it's time to get on Prize Picks, the best way to win big on fantasy sports. Here's how it works. Just pick 2 to 6 players and choose more or less on their stats. If you get them right, you can win up to 25 times your cash. It's quick and easy to make your picks, and with fast and safe deposits and withdrawals, Prize Picks is the place to play this season. Prize Picks has awesome weekly promotions, and they're the only daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game even if one of your players goes down. Watch your entry update in real time and continue the fun by making picks on second half and fourth quarter stats. And right now, when you go to prizepicks.com/primetime and use code primetime, PrizePicks is matching your first deposit up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/primetime with code primetime for a 100% deposit match. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. Paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick in the Grainger broadcast booth at Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Huddle up with Grainger to get more done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrain.com or stop by one of 250 branch locations. And Ford Field is rocking. Is 7:01 to play in the third quarter, and the Lions have answered right back after the Broncos' first touchdown of the game. The Lions counter, and it's Lions 28, Broncos 7.
It's Sam Laporta numbers time, okay? Got that fourth reception now. He's the first tight end in NFL history, 70-plus receptions, 700-plus yards, 7-plus TDs. First. He's the third tight end to have 70 or more receptions as a rookie. Jeremy Shockey was the last to do it in 2002. Keith Jackson holds a record at 81. Wow. But how about this? The rookie record for tight end receiving yards, 1961. Chicago Bears. Go ahead.
Mike Ditka.
How about that? In a passing league now, 1961, Ditka still holds that record for rookie tight end.
Hurricane Ditka.
It's incredible.
The end-over-end kickoff away and into the end zone to our left. Fantastic stat.
How about that little nugget, huh?
Mike Ditka.
1,076 yards in 1961 for a tight end who they were always attached to the tackle's hip.
They still played at Wrigley back then, right?
I mean, that's just amazing. I wasn't even born then.
I wasn't going to go there. 1st and 10 now for the Denver Broncos. 28-7 the score. Lions with the lead at home. Javonte Williams is the running back. Russell Wilson trying to get things going again. They just scored on their last possession for the first time tonight. Under center snap, 3-step drop, thrown left side, quick catch on the left boundary at the 28, turning upfield along the left sideline, past the 30-yard line, and up to the 33. Officially, Cortland Sutton made the catch. Cameron Sutton made the tackle, 8-yard gain.
So while, the game plan might start maybe not as many runs, I wonder if they'll start hurrying a little more. They just make a substitution there, 3 players, so they're in the huddle. There is still plenty of time left, but clock's running. You got less than a quarter and a half to go.
Jaleel McLaughlin, rookie running back out of Youngstown State, is in the game. Single back behind Wilson under center. 2 tight ends one tight end on each side. Off each tackle and a snap and a handoff left side. Looking for a little crease, finds his way. He just needed a few yards close to the 35. That's what he needed to get. McLaughlin with the carry, and they'll mark him down just shy of the 35-yard line, a 1-yard gain. And it's 3rd and 1 for Denver.
Yeah, you got about half the football to go here. We've seen Russell Wilson with a quarterback sneak to make it. They're getting to the line quick here.
Yeah, tight splits. Wilson under center. As the snap runs to the right, he's across the 35 and then falls ahead to the 36-yard line. Real easy.
Yeah, just what he did on that 4th down play. You get to the line and you snap it quick before the defense is completely ready.
So new setter down for the Denver Broncos, trailing at 28-7. Clock is moving, 5:30 to play in the third quarter in Detroit.
I talked about Detroit in the last few games giving up long plays, but now with the lead that they have, they can play back a little more to really watch out for those. and let them throw underneath and just make sure you make the tackle. Don't give the yards after the catch.
Russell Wilson, 9 of 17 passing, 94 yards and a touchdown on 1st and 10 from their own 36, moving left to right. Has the shotgun snap after clapping his hands. Pressure from the right. Steps out of it. Throws to the right side. Caught. It's Troutman at the 40. Right numbers 45-50 across midfield. And he's cut down near the 40-yard line of the Lions by Kirby Joseph. There were 3 guys coming after Russell Wilson as he rolled right. And he just flipped it over all of them. And Adam Troutman, the 4th-year tight end, was all alone. He goes for 24.
One thing that has not changed in Russell Wilson's 12th year is his ability to avoid. I mean, it is amazing. We see all the younger, dual threat quarterbacks. They're young, athletic, but this guy's been in the league a long time and still doing that and creating big plays because of it.
Into Lions territory, 1st and 10 at the Detroit 40 for Denver, and Wilson stomps his right foot, barks for the ball, and he has it belt high, play fake, and back to throw the right-hander. Loads up, throws deep down the middle of the field, one-on-one coverage, a jump ball, it's dropped at the 5. Lucas Kroll, first-year tight end out of Pitt. Unable to bring it in. Melifonwu again on the play at safety.
He timed it beautifully. As Kroll made the catch, Melifonwu came over the back with a fist and just punched the ball out. Much like you see him punching the ball out to force a fumble, he punched that ball out to force an incompletion. That's an excellent play.
He's got 3 solo tackles, 3 assisted tackles, a sack, a quarterback hit, tackle for loss, a forced fumble, and now a pass defense.
Well, that's a good night.
I'd say so. Lions late getting players on the field. Aiden Hutchinson just now ran on the field, and Russell Wilson has to call timeout for Denver. That was trouble on both sides.
Charge timeout, Denver.
You saw that. They got the substitution, and Aiden was running in really slow, so the ref was standing there not letting him get a play off.
Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL tomorrow on CBS. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on CBS. 4:12 remaining, 3rd quarter at Ford Field, downtown Detroit, Michigan. Lions 28, Broncos 7. Glad you're with us on this special Saturday night, a triple header. Bunch of 7 and 6 teams coming into the day on this Saturday, and if this score stands, 3 of them would have lost.
On that, especially on that AFC side, you're right. We already know Pittsburgh, who was holding the 6th slot coming into this weekend, lost. As I said, everybody believes they're going to fall out of the playoffs. And a lot of people are looking at either Denver, Buffalo, or Houston as that team to maybe replace them. And Denver's got the work to do to get in that position.
2nd down and 10. The ball at the Lions' 40-yard line under center. Russell Wilson pauses, goes up to the offensive line, makes a play change with the noise. The backs move back into the offset eye. Wilson is under center, has the snap, and then turns and hands it off with his left hand, going over the right side of the line, cutting back over the middle, and straight into the arms of Isaiah Buggs. Javonte Williams, the running back, no gain.
Isaiah Buggs having himself a game, huh?
I'd say so.
Wow. 5th-year player out of Bama.
Had a fumble recovery earlier in the game. And now it's 3rd down and 10 for Denver.
So we'll see how Detroit plays it. As we've said, they're not a big blitzing team, so if you're not, you got to make sure you cover the sticks and make the play.
2 receivers on the right, single man left. Wilson works out of the gun, running back Pirine off his left hip, stomp his right foot. He has the snap, pressure coming up the middle. It's picked up. Wilson with time, throwing left side on the run, caught. It's Jerry Jeudy at the 30, outside the left numbers, up the field at the 25, pushed out of bounds at around the 22-yard line by Cameron Sutton. But Jerry Jeudy with a catch and run and a 1st down for the Broncos, 19 yards.
Yeah, that's not covering the sticks there. And this was a time where Detroit brought pressure. And it was picked up. So now it's picked up, so you're 1 less in the secondary, and he's got more time to throw the ball and let that route kind of create. Jeudy kind of stopped in the middle of the field and then kept going across.
Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd catch of the game, 59 yards. Javonte Williams is the running back off the right hip of Russell Wilson. 12th-year quarterback, play clock down to 1. They got the snap away. Pressure coming from both sides. Thrown over the middle and across the right to left. It's Cortland Sutton, breaks the tackle at the 15 on the left numbers. Cuts ahead to the 10, and he's got the 1st down. Malcolm Rodriguez made the tackle but he's inside the 10, in fact. A 12-yard gain from Cortland Sutton, and it's 1st and goal Broncos.
This is more the offense we've been used to with Denver over the last few games as they're going a little hurry up here.
Single man left is Sutton, and one-on-one coverage with Cameron Sutton covering him. 2 receivers right. Throwing to the left side to that matchup in the front left corner of the end zone, knocked away by Cameron Sutton. Cortland Sutton, 6th-year player out of SMU. Cameron Sutton, 7th-year player out of Tennessee for Detroit.
Excellent play. That's just where you trust your guy more than their guy. And Sutton, just while he threw his arms up, you see the difference of the Anzalone interference call. He looked back for the ball. As I said, you look back for that ball, you're going to get a little bit of leeway from the officials.
This is the 10th play of the drive for the Denver Broncos. 4 in the formation. Wilson works out of the gun, running back off his left hip, stomps his right foot, and he has the football. Belt high, back to throw. Right-hander throws over the middle, caught by the running back, contact at the 1, reaching toward the goal line, and he is short. Jaleel McLaughlin, the running back. A little angle from the backfield to the left, and then back over the middle, caught the ball, hit. It's a gain of 8 down to the 1-yard line.
Boy, we saw McLaughlin earlier in the game on a short yardage play get turned sideways. And, 180-some pounds, he just doesn't have that force to drop his shoulder and get it in. He got stoned right at the goal line.
The bigs are in for both sides, Denver and Detroit, and this is 3rd and goal from the 1. Offset eye. Russell Wilson under center. He has the snap, he turns, and he pitches to the left side. Here's Javonte Williams looking for the left corner, reaching toward the goal line. He's short, marked short inside the 1. Derek Barnes in on the play at linebacker for Detroit.
And these linebackers are so active for Detroit. I thought he was in. His upper body was in, but his knees must have hit the ground before that. As we're looking, oh boy. That one, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Payton, he's walking down there thinking about throwing the red flag.
2 backs, Michael Burton, the fullback, Javonte Williams, the running back, both in a 3-point stance. Wilson under center, handoff, fullback straight ahead. Penalty flag flies. It is a touchdown, Denver. We'll check the penalty flag. Michael Burton with what would be his 2nd career rushing touchdown.
Side judge talking to the referee, so did somebody line up off sides?
Offsides, offense.
Oh boy.
On the right guard. Number 77. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Quinn Miners, the right guard.
But we know Patrick Mahomes is watching this game getting really upset. Right? I'm sorry.
Well, you can't line up even with the ball. And his helmet is even with the ball, looks like.
No, he's lined up offside. There's no doubt about it. Boy, oh boy. Making this drive and their jobs a heck of a lot tougher.
And now, with the penalty, it's 4th and goal from the 6. The field goal team is on for Denver, down 28-7. 46 seconds to play 3rd quarter. So Will Lutz is on to try a field goal from 23 yards from the left hash mark. Down by 21 to make it 18, and there's an extra football on the field. They got the K ball in fine, but they didn't get the game ball out.
Yeah, Sean Payton is not happy at all. I don't know what it's about, if it's about the call. I remember one of the brotherly shoves for Philadelphia. Their left guard, Landon Dickerson, lined up offsides as well, was called. But yeah, his head is past the center's heading by the ball. I mean, it's the right call. Sean Payton is hot about something.
So this to make it an 18-point game.
He's hot at Russell Wilson right now. Wow.
The snap in the spot. The right footer swings through it and puts it through for 3. The field goal is good. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. The new score, 43 seconds to play 3rd quarter, is Lions 28, Broncos 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm Personal Price Plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
It's time to gear up for the holiday season. Head over to NFLshop.com today for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLshop.com.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off the season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more. Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macy's.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
A holiday message from Jackson Hewitt.
'Twas the yikes before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, except Larry. See, the stockings weren't hung by the chimney with care, 'cause Larry's wallet was empty with no time to spare. So he went to Jackson Hewitt for a holiday loan, got money so fast he rejoiced and went home. Avoid the yikes before Christmas. Go to Jackson Hewitt before it's too late. Get up to $1,000 fast, minus the wait.
Early refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines if you're more likely to get very sick from COVID. Ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer. 43 seconds to play third quarter. Lions 28, Broncos 10. A 12-play, 70-yard drive, 6 minutes, 18 seconds. Ended with a 23-yard field goal. It's still a three-possession game, and Russell Wilson was hearing it from Sean Payton on the sideline. The kickoff from left to right away. The Lions had 9 guys up close to the line of scrimmage, or the closest line they could be to the football, 10 yards off the ball. 2 men were deep. This goes into the end zone. It is a touchback. What about the Payton and Russell Wilson drama?
And it started when they had to call that timeout. Payton basically was mouthing to Russell, you cost us that timeout. And then he just got hotter and hotter on the drive, and then they get called for the offside he didn't think was an offside, and then it just chewing Russell Wilson out. And we were both questioning in the break, field goal there?
Yeah, it's still a three-possession game. And now the Lions have the football, up 18, 43 seconds to play in the third. Under center is Goff. Man in motion right to left. Turns, hands it off with his left hand to David Montgomery. Finds the crease right side, breaks a tackle with the right numbers at the 30. Falls ahead to about the 32-yard line. 7-yard gain on first down. Jonathan Harris made the tackle.
Boy, Graham Glasnow blocking Josie Jewell there. That was it. That was just great job up front. Again, as this O-line has finally gotten back together. As I said, this is the 9th. They have had 9 different O-line combinations before this game.
We're driving in today, we see a big banner on the side of a building with all the offensive linemen. We're like, we haven't seen these guys all season.
Yeah,
where have they been?
They had the starting 5. If they put everybody in there who had played, they'd need like 5 billboards.
That will be the final play of the third quarter. And we move to the fourth here in Motown at Ford Field. At the end of the third quarter, the score is Lions 28, Broncos 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, visit orhealth.com. Use as directed.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with OrHealth. OrHealth provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With OrHealth, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if OrHealth is right for you. Text ASSIST to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. Most people do it right on their smartphone. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online. Or Health then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting ASSIST to 323232. Take back control with Or Health. Text the word ASSIST to 323232. Text ASSIST to 323232.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And great shaves start with Barbasol Shaving Cream. For whatever your day brings, start it off right with the American original, Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Barbasol. Don't miss new deals every day during Lowe's 25 Days of Deals. Get up to 50% off select tools and accessories. Plus, bring home a Werner 4-foot fiberglass stepladder, now just $29.98. And get same-day delivery for eligible in-stock items when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/20 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Welcome back to Ford Field. Along with Mike Golick, I'm JP Shadrick. Our score, Lions 28, Broncos 10. The start of the fourth quarter is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss out on new deals every day during Lowe's 25 Days of Deals event. Save big on daily deals for the whole home. So the Lions enter tonight with a 9-4 record, first place in the NFC North. The Broncos enter this evening 7-6 after a 1-5 start. They've been on a run. Now the Lions flexing a little bit tonight after dropping 2 of the last 3 coming in. It is 2nd down and 3 for the Lions. Play fake. Goff, right-hander back to throw. Rolling pocket to the right. Thrown down the right boundary. Leaping try. He got it. It's Jamison Williams on the right sideline. He got 2 feet in, and he swung out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Nice catch. First down, Lions.
Boy, Jamison Williams is really, you mentioned it, because we talked about St. Brown and Laporta, what weapons. But Williamson, again, remember, he was suspended the first 4 games of this year. The gambling situation, makes the catch there. So came into this game with just 13 receptions, becoming a nice big part of this offense as it kind of limping away on the sidelines a little bit. Doesn't look too bad, though.
Under center snap for Goff, turns, handoff with his right hand. David Montgomery finds a crease and then weaves through it. He's up to the Lion logo at midfield, where he's dragged down by Alex Singleton for the Broncos. Nice gain on first down of about 4. For Montgomery, early in the fourth quarter, 28-10 Lions lead.
So you say early in the fourth quarter. Think about this. Their last punt, Detroit's, was with 3:27 left in the first quarter when they went punt, punt, punt. Their last 4 possessions here have been touchdowns. So I'd say they've turned it around a little bit.
Under center, Goff again. Tight splits for the receivers. 2 on the left, single man right. Single back is David Montgomery, the former Bear. The snap and the handoff to him. And straight ahead, finds a hole, breaks a tackle across the 45. He has the first down, keeps on churning, and he's down to the 41. Josie Jewell made the tackle. 9 more yards for David Montgomery, the running back for Detroit.
Well, you're going to get a healthy dose of these two already, of what they're doing together. And now, as we have talked about, the worst rush defense in the NFL. Now listen, there are no great shakes against the pass, but we say that overall, but that was a lot in the beginning of the season. The last few weeks, this defense has played better, but just not tonight.
Tight end off each tackle. 3-step drop, thrown to the left side, one-handed try, and it's incomplete. There's a penalty flag down. The play contested around the 23-yard line between the left numbers and sideline. Josh Reynolds, the intended receiver, Fabian Moreau, might be guilty of PI.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. Ball placed the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
So Moreau's left hand was holding the right arm of Reynolds. And that's what the ref saw. Again, there could be some contact, but you can't alter the receiver, their route, or obviously their ability to catch the ball by holding an arm down.
16-yard penalty and first down Detroit at the Denver 25-yard line, moving left to right, leading at 28-10 early fourth quarter. Goff under center, turns and hands to the left side. Montgomery with a huge crease, breaks a tackle to the 20, leaps over a man down to the 15 and inside, close to the 10, down to the 12. Another first down for the Lions on the move. 13 yards for Montgomery, and those were hard-earned. Decker, Jackson, Ragnow on the offensive line, creating a crease.
That O-line, they had an excellent one in there as well. Dan Skipper, and he got to the second level and was just abusing Fabian Moreau. I mean, this O-line is just coming off. This is the best thing they like to do right now. Go straight ahead.
Good enough with 5. You're going to bring an extra one in. Now the I formation, Laporte to the fullback, toss to the left side. This is Jahmyr Gibbs looking for the left corner at the 10, at the 5, toward the pylon. Contact, twisting into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. A 12-yard touchdown run for Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs had one receiving earlier in the game. Gibbs now with his 7th rushing score of the season.
And he got close to the end zone. Alex Singleton was the last man there standing. Alex Singleton is the 4th leading tackler in the entire NFL. And the rookie Gibbs just dropped his shoulder and had no problem breaking that tackle to get in the end zone.
Point after touchdown upcoming for the Detroit Lions and Michael Badgley. The snap in the spot. The point after attempt is through the pipes. 12 minutes, 12 seconds to play, 4th quarter. And it's a party in Motown. Lions 35, Broncos 10. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
The Rangers have won the World Series.
The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to NLP Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season. Start your day with Steve Phillips, Eduardo Perez, and Xavier Scruggs at 7 Eastern on the leadoff spot.
There's something special going on there.
Followed by Mike Farron and former GM Jim Duquette on Power Alley at 10.
They woke up a sleeping dog.
Weekdays at 2 Eastern. Brian Spilborn, CJ Nitkowski, and Brad Lidge on Loud Outs.
I wanted to cheer for big home runs and a lot of them.
Plus, exclusive on-site pregame shows from the League Championship Series and the World Series. Don't miss a pitch of the excitement on SiriusXM and hear your hometown announcers wherever you are on the SXM app. MLB Network Radio. Baseball talk for the baseball fan. Hear it on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
The Premier League is built on hope. The hope of discovering a new star.
It doesn't take long for Darwin Núñez to make an impression.
The hope of rewriting history. And the hope of continuing a dynasty.
Unstoppable week after week.
This is the Premier League on NBC, USA and Peacock.
Don't miss a new episode this week of Forward Progress, a conversation on race and sports in America with Jason Jackson and Kirk Morris.
Illinois State issues formal apology to Norfolk State after fan shouts racial slur during the game.
It gives us a clear understanding that this stuff still goes on in our country. Some fans feel like they have a right, but it doesn't give you entitlement to act or say some of the things that some do.
Check out Forward Progress. New episodes each Wednesday on the SiriusXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans. Just search Forward Progress.
J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick in the Granger broadcast booth at Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. For the ones who get it done, there's Granger, offering over 1 million industrial-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. 12-12 to play, 4th quarter, 35-10 Lions over the Broncos. And the Lions just scored on their 5th straight possession, a touchdown on 5 straight drives. 6 plays, 75 yards, and 331. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the day. This one on the ground, the earlier one through the air.
Yeah, 5 runs. You mentioned 6 plays, 5 runs, 1 pass, and a 16-yard PI.
The end-over-end kickoff from left to right into the end zone, a touchback, and the Broncos back on offense.
How about this for Detroit?
Yes.
Their worst ending of field position, 50-yard line. It's the worst of the ending of a drive for them.
Yeah. They had 3 punts to start the game, and they've scored a touchdown every time since. I think they're playing better football today.
I would say so.
They haven't turned it over. That was a theme coming into the game. And they're driving down the field on a Denver defense that had been improved as of late. So now it's 1st and 10 for Russell Wilson in the Broncos offense. The right-handed quarterback stomps his right foot. He has the number high snap, and he's back to throw. Lions bringing 4, steps up, rolling to the right, looking to run, and he will. He's across the 25, twisting and falling forward. Alex Anzalone made the tackle. Only a gain of 1 for Russell Wilson to the 26.
Anzalone, that's a great job. He's had 19 quarterback pressures. That's tied for 3rd in the league for off-ball linebackers. He gets there.
Out of the gun, Wilson. Running back to his left. 2 receivers each way. The ball back to Wilson. Pressure from the right. Thrown to the middle of the field. Caught on one knee. Down at the 44-yard line by Lucas Kroll. Up from the practice squad for this game. Makes the catch at the 44-yard line. 1st down, Denver.
It's interesting. Not a real pressure team or blitzing team. And Aaron Glenn all of a sudden is trying to put some quick pressure on Russell Wilson.
18-yard gain. Wilson with a snap. Throw to the right side. Batted back in his face. Anzalone got his hand on it again. And it's incomplete.
Okay, that's 3 blitzes in a row for Detroit. And, they're middle of the pack as far as how much their blitz rate in the league. And all of a sudden, Aaron Glenn said, okay, we're going to try and turn up the heat a little bit, make you get rid of the ball.
Jerry Jacobs, Lions corner out for the game with a hamstring injury. And now it's 2nd down and 10 for Denver. Moving right to left, trailing at 35-10. Russell Wilson barks out a couple of new signals, stomps his foot again, waits for the football, and he has it. Lions bring pressure, throwing deep down the right side, hit as he threw, and it's underthrown, and it's batted away, incomplete. Jerry Jeudy was the intended receiver. Brian Branch had the pressure on Russell Wilson, and the Lions bring some heat on the 12th-year veteran quarterback.
That is now the 4th play in a row. They've brought they brought the pressure. They brought the blitz. They brought more than 4. Normally, they're very content with lining up and just rushing 4. But Aaron, and it's working right now. Aaron wants that ball out of Russell Wilson's hand.
Jeudy actually had a chance to make that catch. He came off the coverage and it hit him, and he had to tip it away. He couldn't bring it in. Denver 5-11 on 3rd down tonight. And this is 3rd and 10. Wilson back to throw, bringing 5. The Lions bring some pressure. Deep throw down the left boundary and single coverage along the left sideline. A catch. Marvin Mims Jr. out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Russell Wilson just threw it up in one-on-one coverage, and Mims, the rookie out of Oklahoma, brings it in over Kendall Vildor. A 36-yard catch. 1st down.
And Vildor had good coverage. He was right there. Again, just barely looked back for the ball. Just tried to get his hands up in between. And now, did Mims have possession before it went out of bounds? Everybody seems to be walking back.
His 2nd foot, I think, hit the boundary.
Yep.
As he had the football, left foot was in bounds, the right foot hit the white chalk.
And this is where...
Please put 11:05 on the game clock, please. 11:05.
This is great where they're able to have someone go right down to the official and say, hey, wrong, incomplete, take it back. We're not wasting a lot of time. We don't have to worry about a challenge. We see that, we call it, we move back.
I mean, it's that time of night. You might as well, the score. Let's go. Hey, let's move it on. Right?
Let's get this thing rolling.
Let's go.
Let's get it rolling.
The punt team is on after that. So the Broncos will boot this away with 11:05 to play. 4th quarter trailing at 35-10. Riley Dixon, the punter on. The number high snap. Puts the point down. The high end over end kick. Underneath it, Khalif Raymond calls for the fair catch. Throws his right hand in the air, and he is hitting the chops. As he looked to the ceiling, and now the teams are going at it inside the 5-yard line. Tremon Smith hit him after he called for a fair catch. And both teams coming together in the end zone to our left. About 10 players for each team. As blatant as you'll see.
Well, either Tremon Smith didn't see the fair catch sign or didn't care. That's really about the only 2 choices, right?
That's really it.
I'm going to say he didn't see it. I mean, you're not going to do that. I mean, there's no way if you see someone, and I mean, there was a clear wave of the hand. I mean, there was no question at all. So how he doesn't see that, I don't know.
So the officials still waiting to announce the official ruling. The Detroit fans, rather, here at Ford Field are all into this one. 35-10 the score. Lions lead. And after the conversation, here is the call.
Yes. After the receiver completed the fair catch, personal foul, number 1. That 15-yard foul will be enforced from the catch. First down, timeout.
10:59 to play, fourth quarter. It's Lions 35, Broncos 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
One of my headlights went out.
We've got the right bulbs right here.
Get in the zone. Wait, what kind should I get?
How about Sylvania Silverstar Ultra? They have the farthest down road vision, and you can earn a $10 bonus reward when you buy 2.
Get in the zone. Why get the pair?
Replacing both bulbs will give you the best visibility.
Ah, I see.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply. Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football. This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game?
Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app, or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. Visit the BetMGM GameSense website at mgmresorts.com/GameSense for information on setting limits, guidance on odds and probability, and resources for problem gambling support. Plus, you can learn strategies and get tips on how to gamble more responsibly, discover the symptoms of problem gambling, and find out whom to call if you need help anytime, anywhere. Stay safe and have fun with BetMGM and GameSense. Please gamble responsibly.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
A reminder, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, it's Sunday Night Football on many of these same stations. Ryan Radke and Ryan Leaf will have all the excitement from Jacksonville, Florida, as the 8-5 Jaguars host the Baltimore Ravens at 10-3. Log on to westwood1sports.com for details, or to listen to the live stream for free. If it's Sunday Night Football, it's on Westwood 1.
So, you got to support your player and back your player and something like that when we saw the scuffle, the pushing and shoving. Luckily, no punches were thrown because, A, you don't want to get beat and thrown out. B, you don't want to get fined. This time of the season, when you get fined, that means extended family members aren't getting gifts.
All of a sudden, you're a Grinch.
Yeah.
Under center snap, play fake, and Goff back to throw. Looking down the right side, he lets it fly. It's incomplete, intended for Sam Laporta. Nothing doing there for the Lions. 10:54 to play, fourth quarter, 35-10, Lions over the Broncos. Jared Goff has 4 touchdown passes tonight, the 8th time in his career he's had 4 or more touchdown passes. His career high is 5.
And listen, the key there is 0, right? 0 interceptions and 0 lost fumbles, which has been a real issue for him.
The last 4 games, 10 giveaways by the Lions, 9 of those from Goff. Shotgun snap. A run to the right side, looking for the right corner outside the numbers, 20, and pushed out of bounds. Jahmyr Gibbs with the carry. At about the 21 or so, he's knocked out. Justin Simmons made the play to the boundary. And a loss of 1, officially.
Yeah, I was surprised they threw on first down, not going to lie. They started running the ball really well. Maybe they thought they were going to catch Denver off guard a little bit, but run the ball, keep the clock running. Now it's running now, obviously, but I was surprised on first down they did that. Now you got 3rd and long.
3rd down and 11. The Lions on 3rd down tonight, 5 of 8. 3 receivers, 2 on the left. Tight end just off the left tackle. The running back is Gibbs, just off the right hip of Goff. Pressure coming up the middle. It's picked up. Goff steps up, rolls, and falls down in the pocket. Jonathan Cooper got a hand on him, and Goff couldn't get away. He had a clearing, but he couldn't keep his feet. It's a sack, and the punt team on for the Lions for the first time in forever.
Kind of a big difference in Russell Wilson escaping rushers, and Jared Goff. Struggles a little more evading the rushers there. Because I thought he was going to get out of that. Cooper got an arm on him and dropped him. But I thought he was going to be able to come out of that right at the middle.
This is the Lions' first punt since 3:27 to play in the first quarter. They had touchdowns on 5 consecutive drives. The punt is back to Jack Fox, and the right footer swings through it high into the sky. And underneath it, lands at the 45, bounces inside the 40, and it is touched down at the 38-yard line. Timeout on the field, 9:18 to play, fourth quarter at Ford Field, Detroit. Lions 35, Broncos 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day on gifts we love, like 15 to 60% off the season's hottest toys from Toys R Us, 60% off diamond jewelry from designers like Effie, Le'Veon, and more. Plus, get 60 to 65% off warm and stylish coats for everyone. And now's the time to spend your Macy's money on any gifts you want. No merchandise exclusions. Now at Macy's. Learn more at Macy's.com/Macy's Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
A holiday message from Jackson Hewitt.
'Twas the yikes before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, except Larry. See, the stockings weren't hung by the chimney with care, 'cause Larry's wallet was empty with no time to spare. So he went to Jackson Hewitt for a holiday loan, got money so fast he rejoiced and went home. Avoid the yikes before Christmas. Go to Jackson Hewitt before it's too late. Get up to $1,000 fast, minus the wait.
Early refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more straight talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
Don't miss out on new deals every day at Lowe's. Right now, get can't-miss deals on appliances. Get up to 30% off. Plus, save up to an extra $750 on select major appliances. And buy now, pay later with Lowe's Pay to help balance your budget. Because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/20. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Subject to credit approval.
A reminder that you can still listen to every remaining Westwood 1 NFL broadcast this season for free via the NFL app. Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, late December Saturday games, Christmas Day, plus the entire postseason. From now until Super Bowl 58 in February, the NFL is on Westwood 1, and it's on the NFL app too. Download for free today. For the Broncos with the football, 1st and 10 from their own 38. Russell Wilson back to throw. Lions bring forward, dumps it down over the middle to his running back, Samaje Perine, across the 45 and close to first down yardage. He's got it up to the 49-yard line, 11-yard gain. Anzalone made the tackle. First down, Denver, trailing at 35-10 with 9 minutes to go in the fourth.
Going to be you pretty much the rest of the way, partner. Have a ball.
5 in the formation for Wilson. Outstretches his right arms, goes to the offensive line, makes a little bit of a change, points out something in the Lions defense, stomps his right foot back in the gun again, has the football. Lions bring some pressure. It's picked up, thrown on a slant right side, caught at the 45, up to the 40, and then hit hard around the 36-yard line. Jerry Jeudy with a catch and run, and he is still down. He's moving his legs, but he's face down on the ground after a 15-yard catch and run, and Kirby Joseph laid the lumber.
So he's up now. He's a hard shot. Clean shot, though, by Kirby Joseph. We saw a bad one in the Pittsburgh Colts game. Caught him in the shoulder, right in the shoulder, so good, clean hit.
Jeudy is up and walking off under his own power with about 4 members of the athletic training staff alongside of him, just in case. So Jeudy will head off and most likely go into that blue medical tent that's popped up on the far sideline. Now the Broncos break the huddle after a first down catch from Jeudy. It's 1st and 10 at the Lions' 36-yard line. 35-10, Lions lead it. 5 in the formation for Russell Wilson. 3 to the right side, ball in the left hash mark. Stomps his right foot. He has the football, belt high. Pressure coming again. Picked up, throwing over the middle. Has a man caught on one knee. It's Cortland Sutton at the 23-yard line. He's touched down between the hash marks by Derek Barnes. And another first down for Denver. 14 yards.
It's like the route of crossing of Kroll, the tight end, and Sutton right in the middle of the field. And Russell Wilson just picks the one that's open.
Running back off the left hip of Wilson. Two receivers left, single man right, back to throw. Looking to the left side, lets it fly. It's in and out of the hands of Will Jordan Humphrey, fourth-year receiver from Texas. 2nd and 10.
So in the first few plays of that series, we did not see the pressure we saw in the last series from Aaron Glenn's led defense here in Detroit. And this last play we did, so let's see if we start to see those blitzes come again, especially Anzalone, who does it so well.
4 down linemen. 5 in the formation again for Denver. Russell Wilson works out of the gun, battling the noise, steps up close to the line to make a change. The safety comes up to adjust and then steps back. And the shotgun snap. Lions bring 4, rolling to the right. Wilson looking downfield, throws on the run, caught on the right side between the numbers and right boundary at the 15-yard line. Lil Jordan Humphrey is run out of bounds at around the 14-yard line, short of the first down.
So that was just going to see who breaks open. Anzalone, I talked about blitzing. He went out to cover a wide area, so we knew it was man coverage as we have a player down.
It's Dorsey. Khalil Dorsey, the cornerback who chased him to the boundary, slow in getting up. And is up under his own power and heading back to the near sideline for Detroit.
We'd like to see that. If someone's going to get hurt, to see them walk off under their own power there. It looks to be okay. But that was just man coverage across the board. Russell knew it, so I thought he might have tried a shot to Sutton. He had all the time in the world to pick somebody out.
7:27 to go, fourth quarter. Lions lead it 35-10. The Broncos have the football at the Lions' 14-yard line. Russell Wilson, 18 of 32 passing, 223 yards, and 1 touchdown through the air. Trips receivers left, shotgun snap, and a play fake. Wilson's going to pull it out and keep it, trying to run to the right, but he's pushed back inside by Aiden Hutchinson, who wrapped him up. 1-yard gain.
I had said earlier in the game, remember I said he's going to pull one of these and run because Detroit was crashing down. Great job by Aiden Hutchinson saying, this is my responsibility. This is where I stay on 4th and less than a yard.
Here they are, 4th and 1 officially, half a yard to go. Wilson out of the gun, 3 receivers in the pattern. The snap, and it's a handoff straight ahead. He's got the first down, breaks the tackle at the 10, at the 5, and then reaching ahead, Samaje Perine dragged down at the 1-yard line for Denver, a 12-yard gain, and it's 1st and goal for the Broncos.
Didn't get in, so get on the ball, get a play. That clock is running. It is not your friend right now.
6:33 to go. Wilson under center. The snap, the sneak over the right side, and he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. A sneak from Russell Wilson. The Broncos find the end zone on a 1-yard keeper. It's now Lions 35, Broncos 16 with 6:28 to play in the 4th.
So still going to be 3 scores down. 6 minutes ago, you got your timeouts.
So the point after touchdown attempt coming up from Will Lutz. Lions in command, but the Broncos do get in the end zone. Point after touchdown attempt, he's measuring it out. Will Lutz, 8th-year kicker out of Georgia State. Snap, a little high, they get the spot, and the end-over-end kick is good. 6:28 to play, 4th quarter. The new score, Lions 35, Broncos 17. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
Whether your team is at home or on the road, hear every game with your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app. Just search for your team and click the favorite star.
The NFL's Inspired Change Initiative focuses on reducing barriers to opportunity and creating progress in education, economic advancement, community and police relations, and criminal justice reform. Learn more at NFL.com/inspiredchange.
So, I mean, you're still 3 scores away. I doubt you're going to try an onside kick with 6.5 to go. Your defense has to get a 3 and out. I mean, they have to. And then at some point, you're going to have to start using your timeouts, of which you have 2 left.
35-17 the score. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Bullock, our producer Howie Sylvester, engineer Al Rosenberg, Greg Schultz on staff, Joe Abramson, our spotter, Tony Gustella, our field producer, and our runner is Denny Kapp. Glad you're with us at Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. The Lions at 9-4 in control, looking for a 10-win season or better here in Detroit for the first time since 2014 when they won 11 games.
So, we talked about this at the top, student against a teacher, right? Again, for those that may not know the complete history, Dan Campbell drafted in the 3rd round in 99 to the Giants, and Sean Payton was the O coordinator with the Giants, and Campbell went to Dallas. Sean Payton was the OC in Dallas, and then Sean was the head coach in New Orleans, and Dan went and played under Sean in New Orleans, and then when he retired, Sean Payton had always said, I want to get this guy on my staff. Eventually did get him on his staff. Also, by the way, Sean Payton got Aaron Glenn, the D coordinator for Detroit, on his staff in New Orleans. So he was there with Dan Campbell as well, so on the same coaching staff. And they only went against each other one time, but it was when Dan was a tight end coach for Miami in 2013, and they played New Orleans. New Orleans won that game. And now here they are, teacher, student, head coach, and the student's kind of saying, thanks for all the teaching, because we're figuring it out pretty well here.
So far, so good. 6:28 to go in the 4th. The Lions are expecting an onside kick try from the Broncos. They've got everybody, 9 players up at the 45-yard line of the Broncos. And the Broncos have yet to break the huddle. Now they do. We'll see what Will Lutz has in mind. The Broncos kicker has not put the ball anywhere yet.
And remember, you can't overload one side even if you do onside kick it.
It is going to be an onside. It's leaning on the side of the tee. And they're going to try it to the right side. Straight on approach to Hopper, and it's covered up at the 44-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Another catch for St. Brown.
No. That was Malcolm Rodriguez.
It was, the linebacker.
Let me tell you, that was like a shortstop scoop.
Well, Rodriguez in the Thanksgiving game here played fullback and had his first career catch in that game against the Packers. He has not played fullback since, at least it was not the plan tonight, but he's on that hands team.
Remember, they got Jack Campbell this year in the 1st round. Malcolm started last year, was on the all-rookie team at 87 tackles. Not starting this year, but boy, that was a great play there.
1st and 10 Detroit with 6:27 to go in the 4th quarter. Under center snap, handoff David Montgomery, left side of the line into the stack. Nothing really much there, a couple yards. Mike Purcell had the first contact for Denver. 2-yard gain officially for David Montgomery. The Lions running back, one of 2 that gets most of the carries here, and Montgomery is up to 76 yards on 14 carries, 5.4 average tonight.
Well, Detroit's basically doubled everything from last week. 13 points last week, 35 this week, 13 first downs last week, 26 this week. Over 400 yards now, a total offense.
Clock rolling, 5:45 to go. Lions up comfortably. Goff has the under center snap. Play fake. Looking to throw. Left side lets it fly. Caught at St. Brown at the 40. Stiff arms a man. Cuts upfield. He's got the first down. Pushed out of bounds by Josie Jewell. After Jewell got a hand to the face. And down to the 32-yard line. First down, Detroit. Another Amon-Ra St. Brown catch. His 7th.
And outside of 2 minutes here, even going out of bounds. The clock is running. They'll use all the time on that play clock. Keep that thing moving. What a performance by both sides of the ball tonight. This is great complimentary football on the Detroit Lions team we had been used to seeing.
Tight splits for the receivers. Goff under center. Man in motion left to right. Single back is Montgomery. He has the handoff over the right side. Cuts it back up the middle. Finds a crease. Falls ahead. And he's down to the 27-yard line on a timeout. Jonathan Cooper made the tackle for Denver. 5-yard gain. Driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal, and law enforcement officers can tell if you're driving high. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
You know, these last 4 games have really not been what we've been used to with Detroit. They beat the Bears a few weeks ago, but they had to come back to do it. Then they lose to the Packers. They do beat the Saints and then lose to the Bears last week. And just an awful game. Awful game for them. And then on the other side, this is kind of a come back down to earth a little bit for Denver. It's going to be an ugly ride. It's going to be a quiet ride home. You know, again, we go back to Sean Payton and Russell Wilson going at it. Now, that happens. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, boy, you know, watch out, because that stuff happens during a game. But they've been playing so well and just thoroughly got outplayed tonight.
Jahmyr Gibbs in the game at running back gets the toss to the left side with lead blockers in front at the 30, cuts upfield between the numbers and sideline across the 20. He has the first down, falls ahead to the 18-yard line. And Gibbs has a first down for the Lions, a 9-yard gain, and he is approaching 100 yards. Close to it.
He's not the biggest guy out there, right? 5'9", about 200, but he runs hard.
And final charge timeout, Denver.
4:38 to play, fourth quarter. The Lions lead at 35-17. Don't miss the NFL Network Holiday Classic on Christmas Eve when the Denver Broncos host the New England Patriots. Coverage starts at 8 o'clock Eastern on NFL Network. You can also hear that game on many of these same stations, on the NFL app, or online at westwoodonesports.com.
Not even try to decipher what's going to go on after this weekend with all the 6 and 7s in the NFC and the 7 and 6 in the AFC. You were reading me some of that stuff in the break. The ands and the ors for clinching playoff spots.
Well, it's pretty simple for Detroit now. If they win this game, which they're well on their way, and Seattle loses to Philly, the Lions are in the playoffs.
Okay, I just need one line. That's it.
That's it.
Anything more than that, I just want to go back and get another ice cream ball.
There are other scenarios, but that's the easiest one. Montgomery, the single back, has the handoff, chops his feet, trying to fall ahead, and just into the line, down to the 16-yard line. Montgomery, a 2-yard gain.
So again, Denver now out of timeouts, can't stop the clock, so this play clock will be used as it's been all the way to the end. Nothing else. Detroit's in field goal range. Easy chip shot field goal range, but they'll obviously just try and run the clock out from here on if they can.
How about the two-headed running back monster for the Lions? Slow early tonight, but they've made up for lost ground. 26 carries between them, 179 rushing yards between the two, Gibbs and Montgomery. Montgomery's back in now as the single back. Goff has the under center snap, turns, hands off with his right hand. Montgomery over the left side of the line. Not much. Maybe a yard up to the 15. Mike Purcell, Zach Allen, Jaquan McMillan combined for the tackle for Denver. Clock moving at 3:45 to play.
You know, we had been talking about how good Denver had been on defense week 7 through, coming into this week. Yards per game, they had been giving up 440. Last few weeks is 323. Now it's over 400. Rushing yards per game, it was 172. They had it down to 119. You just mentioned over 170 again tonight. So they've reverted back to some of their early in the season numbers on defense.
They get the snap with one on the play clock. Handed to Jahmyr Gibbs left side, looking for the space on the left. Cuts up field close to the 10-yard line. He needed 4 to get to 100 for the game. Pat Surtain II made the tackle. It's a 5-yard gain for Jahmyr Gibbs, his second career 100-yard rushing game.
Fourth down. So they'll probably use a timeout here. They'll let the play clock run down, call a timeout, and I'd imagine they're going to kick a field goal. But hey, what do I know? Maybe they'll go for it. How about this? They're either going to go for it or kick a field goal. How's that?
Those are two pretty good options at this point, I think. You narrowed it down well.
Normally I'm supposed to go on one side or the other, but
the fence is not a bad place to be sometimes. Especially when you're leading 35-17, and that's a comfortable place to be.
Yes, it is.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on Fox tomorrow when the Dallas Cowboys meet the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on Fox.
Now, this is Dan Campbell, so he loves going forward on fourth down. They're 14 of 32 coming into the game on fourth down. Well, offense is staying out there.
Yes, they are for now. 4th and 2 at the 10. Detroit with the football and the lead with 2:26 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 35-17. The Lions break the huddle. Over the ball fast. Goff is under center. Single back behind him, and they're looking to throw. Back in a clean pocket. Throws to the middle of the end zone. Open man. Caught. Touchdown Lions. Sam Laporta with his 3rd touchdown of the game. The rookie tight end going off in Motown.
So, you know what his 2 choices were? Sam Laporta and an extra offensive lineman, Dan Skipper, was an eligible receiver, and he ran an out route, was also in the end zone. Jared Goff said, while it would be nice to throw it to the O-lineman, your odds are a lot better throwing it to Laporta.
5th touchdown pass of the game for Jared Goff, tying a career high for the quarterback. 8th-year man out of California, Berkeley. The point after touchdown attempt is up and good. And with 2:21 to play in the fourth quarter, the new score is Lions 42, Broncos 17. A reminder that for every field goal made tonight and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. 8 plays, 44 yards, 407. Goff to Laporta, a 10-yard touchdown on 4th down.
You know, it's one of those situations, and it changes week to week, where you put Detroit up there. It's one of the top teams in the NFC. They are, certainly by record, and when they're playing their best, but then they had the string like the last few games where it doesn't look as good. But when they play like this, I mean, they can compete with anybody.
Yeah, where do they stand right now in the NFC? I mean, the Eagles have lost a couple in a row. The Cowboys will find out what happens tomorrow with them up in Buffalo. That's not an easy place to play. Long approach, the right footer swings through the end-over-end kickoff away from left to right. Underneath it, Marvin Mims Jr. from the 6-yard line to the 10, 15, left numbers 20, cutting to the right side, middle of the field to the right numbers down, dragged down around the 21-yard line.
And let's put it this way. In the NFC, if you're not in the NFC South, there's no way you'll finish lower than the 3 seed. The NFC South will have the 4th seed locked up. The winner of that.
Yeah, they're all 6 and 7.
Yeah,
right now, right?
Probably with a losing record like Tampa Bay did last year.
Yeah.
Had a losing record and won it. So, you know, Detroit at that 3 seed would stay there. Above them is Dallas 10-3, San Francisco 10-3 before they play their games this weekend.
Jarrett Stidham is in the game at quarterback in place of Russell Wilson with 2:15 to play. Under center snap and a handoff. Right side of the line, Javonte Williams pushing Stack ahead for just a few yards, close to the 25-yard line. And this will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock from Ford Field, Detroit in the fourth quarter. All Lions. Lions 42, Broncos 17. We have reached the 2-minute warning. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $40 on the HSA 45 battery-powered hedge trimmer. Visit your local Stihl dealer or go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Real Stihl. Find yours. Now $99.99 was $139.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm Personal Price Plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this voicemail from Leah.
Jake from State Farm. Listen, so sometimes I like to nibble on licorice and pretend I'm a teeny mouse, chewing through wires.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Out of the 2-minute warning on 2nd and 6, handoff left side. Javonte Williams finds a crease. He's ahead. It's a first down for the Denver Broncos. And now 1:30 to go. Clock moving in the fourth quarter. Jarrett Stidham is the quarterback under center. Turn and a handoff. Pirine. Yep, not much there. Into the stack. Falling ahead, actually. Got a few yards after the first contact and 1:15 to play. Moving clock fourth quarter. And it's 42-17. The Lions with their third different 40-point-plus output of the season tonight.
Well, we know they can do that. They put up a lot of points last year. We absolutely know they can do that, and their worst enemy has been the turnovers. That's been it for them. And while now in the regular season you always say we have next week, you get to the playoffs when it's winner loser go home. Those are obviously deadly.
Stidham, the backup quarterback, tossed to the right side. Samaje Perine over the right numbers to the 40, up to 45, and wrapped up around the 47. First down run. Roderick Martin, rookie defensive tackle, made the tackle. 9-yard gain. Clock moving, 30 seconds. That should do it. Actually, they don't have to run another play.
No, they don't, and they shouldn't run another play.
They will not. Both sidelines spill out onto the field here at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. What a show from the Detroit Lions tonight. They had a run of 5 consecutive possessions at one point that ended in touchdowns. After 3 consecutive punts to start the game, 5 straight touchdown drives. They had another late for good measure. 5 through the air from Jared Goff, 3 of those to the rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And the Detroit Lions are 10-4. Their first 10-win season in years and years. 2014, the last time they won 10 or more games. The first place Detroit Lions are now a Seahawks loss away from a playoff berth. Final score at Ford Field, Lions 42, Broncos 17. What a show for the Lions here in Motown on Saturday night.
Listen, I mean, just an excellent job. And Dan Campbell will tell them in the locker room, guys, this is the way we can play. This is the way we should be able to play. And if they do, as I said, they can compete with anybody.
Some mighty powerful teams at the top of the NFC. But the Lions right there in the mix, no doubt.
And they get a chance at one of them. They play Minnesota twice next week and the last week. In between is Dallas, one of the teams that's above them right now in the NFC. And Dallas, boy, you want to talk about a hot team. They are playing some ball.
So the players shaking hands down on the field on that Lion logo. Denver falling to a record of 7-7. They started the season 1-5 and had reeled off wins in 6 of the last 7 games. But tonight, not enough. Far from it, in fact. And some questions for the Broncos as they head back west after tonight's game here in Detroit, Michigan.
A whole lot was built up, starting 1-5, as you mentioned, 0-4 in the AFC, and then doing what they did. We were all talking, and I was one of them that had shot to get into the playoffs. They've made that a very, very difficult task right now. Everybody had counted them out, and they put themselves right back in it. Finish up with the Patriots and then 2 division games, Chargers and Raiders.
So the Lions heading off the field. We are standing by to hear from a star player tonight for the Detroit Lions. There are plenty to choose from in this game. The quarterback was great. Jared Goff, 5 touchdown passes, tying a career high. Tight end Sam Laporta, the rookie, 5 catches, 3 of those for touchdowns, 56 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 7 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown tonight. The offense for the Lions, fantastic in this football game. The defense strong too, by the way, and they had a number of players step up on that side of the ball tonight.
Sure did. And we're a little more aggressive with the blitzes than we've seen in a while.
Let's go down to the field here at Ford Field. Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, third-year man out of Southern California, 13th career 100-yard game tonight. 7 for 112 and a touchdown. How about this win tonight for the Detroit Lions? And, what a show from this offense tonight. How'd you guys get it done?
Yeah, I mean, coming off of last week, we were disappointed with how we played, how everything turned out in Chicago. And the emphasis for us this week going into, a pretty stingy group in Denver was, let's just get back to the basics. Let's do what we do. Playmakers make plays. O-line block it up and let Jared, throw that ball. And obviously we're going to run the ball because we got, 2 of the best backs in the league. So that's what we did. We got back to the basics, and it worked out for us.
After losing 2 of the last 3 before this game, did things get a little more intense with your coach? We all know how intense he could be as far as, hey, I know you guys are better than this. We need to show it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say things got more intense. He's the same guy every day, which which is something that I really respect as a player, is, he comes in with that same energy. And he just told us, it's on us. We gotta go make the plays. We got to be more disciplined. We had a lot of penalties, a lot of self-inflicted wounds, those, 2 of the 3 games that we lost. So, we took that upon us, went to work that week of practice, had a great week of practice, and came out and performed.
You're the 3rd player in NFL history with over 90 receptions, 900 receiving yards in each of your first 3 seasons. What do you attribute to that success to?
Just everything. The people around me, my coaches, my teammates, the work that I put in, the people that I surround myself with. It's a testament to everyone. I couldn't do without the help of my coaches, my teammates, and everyone. So it's been awesome.
All right, 3 games to go. 2 of those against the Vikings, the Cowboys in between that. If Seattle loses tomorrow, you guys clinch a playoff berth. But what about the path ahead now for the Lions? 3 games to go.
We got 3 big games. Two games against Minnesota, who look pretty good, and then we got 1 against the Cowboys, one of the best teams in the league right now. So it's going to be a tough 3 games, 2 away, 1 at home. We're going to have to figure out a way to try to be 3-0, but we got to take it 1 week at a time. That's always the most important thing.
Well done. Great game tonight. Congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
I'm on Ross St. Brown, Lions receiver. What a night. 9 targets, 7 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown. His 13th career 100-yard game. 1 of 5 touchdown passes from Jared Goff tonight went to St. Brown. The Lions put up 42 and a 42-17 win over the Broncos. 3rd time this year the Lions over 40 points in a game. And it's time now to select our Navy Federal Credit Union Defender of the Game. Who do you like tonight?
I'm going to go with the Fatu Melifonwu. I mean, what a game that he had. 8 tackles, 1 sack, 2 passes broken up, and 1 forced fumble.
Wow.
That's a pretty good night. That is a pretty good night. He was all over the place. And I love how he was making plays at the line of scrimmage. He would come up and play that end man on the line and make tackles on the backside. So excellent job by him.
3rd-year safety from Syracuse, a 3rd-round pick in 2021 from the Lions. Fatu Melifonwu is the Defender of the Game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Final score from Ford Field, Detroit, the Lions 42 and the Broncos 17. When we return, John Stashauer joins us from our studios with the postgame show. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. 1 offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Hulu has live sports. Watch your favorite football teams with over 90 live channels, including ABC, CBS, ESPN, Fox, NBC, and more. Plus, get access to Hulu's entire streaming library, filled with top shows, movies, and originals. With Hulu Plus Live TV, get access to Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, all in one plan. Say goodbye to extra cable fees and get all the sports and entertainment you need with Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at hulu.com.
John Stashauer, our Westwood One Studios, recapping Broncos and Lions, game number 3 of this Saturday tripleheader in Week 15. Broncos coming in hot, having won 6 of the last 7, moving just a game behind the Chiefs in the AFC West. Lions having lost 2 of their last 3, still in first in the NFC North. Denver's first play was a 40-yard gain to Jerry Jeudy, and they drove to the Lions' 20-yard line, but Russell Wilson got stripped. There was a 33-yard return to the fumble by 325-pound Isaiah Buggs, although the Lions couldn't cash in. Lions' first 3 possessions, 3 punts, and only 2 first downs, and Denver's first 3, that fumble and 2 punts. So we had a scoreless first quarter, then a big second quarter by Detroit. 80 yards and 8 plays. Jared Goff threw 17 yards to Sam Laporta, 21 to Josh Reynolds, and then Goff went back to his rookie tight end.
Man in motion left to right. Goff has the snap. Play fake to him. Rolling right. Stepping. Throwing to the left side. Open man caught. It's Laporta inside the 20 at the 15. Shakes past the tackle at the 10. Outside the left numbers. Diving to the pylon. And he's got it. Touchdown Lions. 19 yards. Jared Goff rolled to the right, stopped, looked back left. Laporta was wide open. One man between him and pay dirt. He shook him and then dove the final 3 yards for the opening score of the game. It's 6-0 Lions early in the second.
And Denver would have a 3-and-out, and the Lions would score again. 61 yards in 6 plays. Goff threw 20 yards to Reynolds. Jahmyr Gibbs had a 21-yard run on the next play, and they had it at the Denver 9.
Goff is in the gun, running back off his left side. 3 receivers right, has the ball. Looking to the middle, has the running back caught at the 2, cuts up into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs with a receiving score this time for 9 yards. And the Lions lead the Broncos 13-0. 8:15 to play until halftime.
2 touchdowns in just over 4 minutes. Another Denver punt, another Detroit touchdown drive. This one 81 yards in 11 plays. A third straight possession that ended with a Jared Goff touchdown pass.
Jahmyr Gibbs is the back left side of Goff. Shotgun snap, looking to the right side. Caught on the slant. St. Brown at the 5. Leaping into the end zone, and he does a somersault for a touchdown. Lions. And he punts the football into the stands. The Lions put an exclamation point on the first half. 19 seconds to play until the break. It's a 15-yard touchdown. And it's Lions 20, Broncos nothing.
3 second quarter touchdowns, 3 Goff passes to 3 different receivers. 21-zip at the half. Broncos did have a TD drive to start the second half. There was a costly pass interference play on a 3rd down. And on a 3rd and goal from the 3, Russell Wilson threw a touchdown pass to Lil Jordan Humphrey to get the Broncos on the board. Detroit answered right away. Another 75-yard drive. Gibbs had a 34-yard run. Got it to the 4. They had 3rd and goal at the 3.
Goff in the gun, running back to his right, trips receivers right side, single man left, a man in motion right to left, shotgun snap for Goff. Lets it fly right side of the end zone, diving catch! Touchdown Lions! Sam Laporta's brilliant rookie season continues. This is a 3-yard touchdown. His second of the game. Lions 27, Broncos 7, 7:01 to play in the 3rd.
Yeah, Denver then had a long drive, 70 yards, 12 plays. Twice it looked like they were into the end zone, came up maybe an inch short. They went for it on fourth down, got in, but there was an offsides. They had to settle for a field goal, made it 28-10. Sean Payton was arguing with Russell Wilson on the sidelines. We went to the 4th quarter, another Lions 75-yard touchdown drive.
Goff is under center.
Jahmyr Gibbs, I should say, ended it with a 12-yard run. That made it 35-10. We finally had a couple of punts. It was the Lions' first punt since the first quarter. The Broncos got a late touchdown on a Russell Wilson 1-yard run, and for good measure, Detroit with a short field after recovering an onside kick. Another Goff touchdown, another one to the tight end.
Goff is under center. Single back behind him, and they're looking to throw. Back in a clean pocket. Throws to the middle of the end zone. Open man, caught, touchdown Lions. Sam Laporta with his 3rd touchdown of the game. The rookie tight end going off in Motown.
So, you know what his 2 choices were? Sam Laporta and an extra offensive lineman, Dan Skipper, was an eligible receiver, and he ran an out route, was also in the end zone. Jared Goff said, while it would be nice to throw it to the O-lineman, your odds are a lot better throwing it to Laporta.
5th touchdown pass of the game for Jared Goff, tying a career high for the quarterback.
Yeah, remember they had those 3 punts in the first quarter, only 1 punt after that with 6 touchdowns, and the Lions win 42-17, get their 10th win of the season with the Vikings losing. They got a 3-game lead in the division. They play the Vikings next week. They win the division. They get a home playoff game for the first time in 30 years. Broncos fall to 7-7. They're not going to overtake the Chiefs, at least not this week. Could still be very much in it for a wild card. They finished with games against the Patriots, Chargers, and Raiders. Pretty comfortable, a favorable schedule the rest of the way. 42-17 is the final. Let's get back to Ford Field to get the thoughts from the guys that called it, J.P. Shadrick and Michael.
All right, John, thank you very much, and welcome back to Ford Field. It is cleared out here in Motown after the Lions put on a show tonight to improve to 10-4. The Broncos now 7-7. Final score, Lions 42, Broncos 17. And After 3 straight punts to start the game for the Lions, they reel off 5 consecutive touchdown drives, and 6 of the last 7 possessions they find pay dirt for a touchdown. Meanwhile, Denver can't do anything. In the first half of the game, they were shut out at halftime. They do get a touchdown coming out of the second half, but Lions answered right back. And every time the Broncos had something in the second half, Lions answered back, and this is a team that really needed it here in Detroit after losing 2 of 3 coming in.
You sit there and look at the offensive weapons. What team do we talk about with the deepest offensive weapons? It's San Francisco,
yes.
right?
Oh, yeah.
With Debo and Ayuk and Kittle and Christian McCaffrey. I mean, you have St. Brown, you have Laporta, you have Jamison Williams, who is really coming on, and then the two-headed monster of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not saying they're better than the San Francisco grouping, but it's a damn good grouping of offensive firepower and some great targets for Goff. And the main thing for Jared is not turning the ball over. And 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, no lost fumbles tonight. It shows you the power of this offense.
To your point, Jamison Williams, a career high in catches tonight. 4 catches in the game. His career high was 2 before. He just hadn't really found a way to click. Yeah. And if he clicks and all the rest of these guys are going, they are certainly hard to stop. And it's time now to select the Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. There's a few to choose from.
Yeah, I would say, that there's when Sean Payton and Russell Wilson were going at it on the sideline, but that happens more than people think. It just happened because these are 2 big-time stars. It's going to get some press. But I'll go, the upsetting moment was really upsetting to the Lions. Khalif Raymond was back receiving a punt. Clearly gave a fair catch signal that Tremon Smith obviously didn't see. I'm not going to sit there and say he did that on purpose. There's no way. He didn't see it, and ran right through the return man. Easy penalty to call, pushing and shoving. Luckily, that one didn't get out of hand, but a pretty upsetting moment if you're a Lions player or Lions fan.
That is the Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of the reach of children. And don't miss all the NFL action next Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video when the New Orleans Saints meet the Los Angeles Rams. And, of course, you can also hear Thursday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com. Lions with 185 rushing yards tonight. Gibbs with 100 on the nose. Montgomery with 85. We mentioned Jared Goff with 5 touchdown passes. 112 yards receiving for St. Brown. We just heard from him. 3 touchdown catches for Sam Laporta. Wow. Unbelievable. Career high for him now in his rookie season. Touchdowns in a game. And the Lions are in control. Let's check the final stats, sponsored by the United States Postal Service. This holiday season, send more joy from the comfort of home. Print shipping labels, schedule free package pickup, and turn on delivery notifications from the United States Postal Service. Well, the Lions outgained the Broncos tonight, 448 to 287 in this game. 29 first downs to 20 in favor of Detroit. The Lions 5 of 10 on third. Denver 5 of 13 on third downs. Penalties 4 for 40 on the Broncos, 2 for 54 on the Lions. And time of possession just in favor of Detroit by 1:18. But Goff's performance, fantastic. 5 touchdown passes. We mentioned 185 rushing yards for the Lions.
Detroit averaged 7 yards a play.
That's strong.
7 yards a play, which is absolutely incredible. But we saw these numbers from Detroit, especially last year, right? And early on, some this year as well. It's just been, we weren't sure over the last couple of games, so you wonder, kind of like we're wondering now about Philadelphia a little bit as well, and how do they come out on the other end? They're going to take on Seattle on Monday, but Detroit shows this, so I'm sure Dan will be very happy, Campbell, in the locker room, but talk about how this is the team that they expect to have and perform on every Sunday.
As we mentioned, ahead for the Lions, at the Vikings, at the Cowboys, and then here against the Vikings at Ford Field in Week 18. For the Broncos, they have the Patriots in Denver, the Chargers in Denver, and then they head to Las Vegas to face the Raiders in Week 18. Still very doable, both teams, certainly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just a matter of where Detroit is going to be from a seeding standpoint. For Denver, they made their job a little tougher. You sit there and look at the wild card, and head-to-head, they beat Buffalo, they beat Cleveland, they lost to Houston, so if those are some of the teams involved. So we'll see. I mean, it's all those things you were reading earlier, the ands and the ors, they're going to really start to come into play the last few weeks. So that's why I just wait for the game and call the game and not worry about those things and see what happens after. But it's getting mucked up pretty good in the AFC on who's going to be that top 7.
The copyright of tonight's broadcast of the NFL on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. Mike, it's been a pleasure.
Enjoyed it very much.
What a night here in Detroit for the Lions. Let's do it again soon.
Sounds good to me.
That's Mike Golick. I'm JP Shadrick. Thanks to our entire crew here in Detroit. Howie Sylvester, Al Rosenberg, Greg Schultz, Joe Abramson, Tony Gustella, Denny Kapp. For everyone involved, I'm JP Shadrick, and thank you for listening. Final score for the final time, Lions 42, Broncos 17 in Week 15. The Lions are now 10-4. Let's head back to John Stashower in the studio.
All right, JP, thanks so much. The triple header is over. The home teams won all 3 games. Lions this one easily over the Broncos. We'll tell you what happened earlier today coming up. Stay with us. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is NASCAR champion Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski. What is SiriusXM NASCAR Radio? It's a place to talk about your favorite sport.
You know, I renew my subscription. It never comes off this channel. The whole day is awesome.
It's a place to hear from the biggest names in NASCAR.
Joey Logano, what are you doing?
I got the SiriusXM set up at my house so I can jump on more often.
Joey, I want to first thank you for doing this. This is awesome for the fans.
It's a trusted source for breaking news.
Major stories today, my friends. Let's get down to business.
I'm in the hauler with the breaking news story.
It's every NASCAR race heard live, including in-car radios.
Logano gets into the back. He shoves him up the racetrack.
Inside Track, the business of Formula One, takes a detailed look at what's fueling F1's popularity and who's profiting. You'll hear from the biggest names in the sport, including executives, drivers, and sponsors. Follow the Squawk on the Street podcast and listen to Inside Track, the business of Formula One, now.
We wait the snap, clean, spot good, right foot, a kick in the air. He drilled it. Evan McPherson, the walk-off winner, and the Bengals win in overtime. They rally from down 17-3. They beat the Vikings 27-24.
I'm John Stashower. That's John Sadak. He had the call earlier today on Westwood One. The game-winning field goal by Evan McPherson in overtime. This was a wild game. The Vikings had a 2-touchdown lead early fourth quarter. Bengals rallied to tie. Vikes went back ahead. Bengals tied it in the final minute on an amazing catch by T. Higgins where he reached back and put the ball over the pylon. And then in the overtime, Vikings had a good scoring opportunity, but they got stopped on consecutive quarterback sneak attempts by Nick Mullins. And then a long pass play, Jake Browning to Tyler Boyd to set up the McPherson field goal as the Bengals win their third in a row, get to 8-6 on the season. Suddenly they're very much in it for at least a wild card. After the game,
and that's all we needed. We needed that spark, and it was good enough for us to get that dub.
Speaking about determination, Joe, what does it say about this team? You're down 2 touchdowns. It's not looking good. You got your backup quarterback, but you kept battling. You found a way to get the win.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We got nothing but a bunch of resilient guys, guys that come in and work their ass off each and every day, man. And, everybody come to work. We master the game plan, and, we try to do whatever we can, man, to showcase that come Saturdays and Sundays. But, obviously it's not how we wanted it. It was an ugly win, but we did everything that we needed to do, man, to come out with the dub. So, who they?
And, Joe, what about the receivers? I mean, Chase gets hurt. He's out. And so both T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd step up with gigantic plays to win the game.
Oh, yeah, man. That's just what they do. Obviously, that's a thing that we don't want to see is Chase going down. But, we got Jake. He did everything.
Hey, Joe Mixon for president.
He did everything that he needed to do to get the job done, man. Guys make big plays when they needed to, and that's all that matters, man. So we just got to keep on going one game at a time and doing whatever we can to come out with these dubs.
It sounds like your quarterback is there to get you started on the campaign trail. Joe, thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, Joe Mixon after the game. So the Bengals were 5-6. They were in last place, and Joe Burrow was out of the lineup. It looked like their season was dead in the water. They've won 3 straight, 2 of them in overtime. And a lot of these backup quarterbacks, we see Tommy DeVito, what he's doing with the Giants. We'll hear from Gardner Minshew in a little bit. But how about Jake Brown? He had 184 passing yards after the third quarter was over. And he used to be with the Vikings. He spent 2 years on their practice squad.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not a good feeling. It's much better than losing. I think the emotional roller coaster is part of the game, and part of that is just me staying even keel. But there was definitely a little extra part of just before the game. Like I remember getting cut there the last time, and just being told like, hey, we might have a spot for you on practice squad. Like go to the hotel and wait. And so I sat in the hotel for like a couple hours, not knowing if I had a job or not, and then just basically got a text or a call from my agent that they didn't tell me. Like I'd been there for 2 years, and I've been cut my fair share of times, and that was probably the one. And there was a little bit more this week. I know I denied it, and there's some great people over there. It's completely different coaching staff and everything. And I want to emphasize like there are some incredible people over there, but that one felt good. I think right after we made the field goal to win the game, I screamed at a camera and said they never should have cut me.
Did you know earlier in the week then, when you said to us that you were going to just play it down until afterwards?
Yeah, I mean you can't say that the whole week and then go lose. You just wait until you win and then don't look like an idiot.
About his situation with Minnesota, and the Bengals get this big win. As for the Vikings, they're slumping right now. They of course lost Kirk Cousins. They've lost 3 or 4. They were all close games by 1, 2, and today a 3-point loss as they went to a different quarterback, and that was Nick Mullins. He spoke after the game today.
We are aware that playoffs are still an opportunity, and that's the opportunity and the goal that we're all chasing. We know we're a good football team, great defense, great special teams, productive offense. Got to put it together, man. Got to just put it together, a complete team unit. And we can, and that's what we're all striving for sure. And we're excited about getting back to work.
Okay, so that first game, 2 teams that came in 7-6, backup quarterbacks, and then there was another game, 2 teams 7-6, backup quarterbacks, and the Steelers had a 13-0 lead and then didn't score again. The Colts scored the last 30. They won going away 30-13. Here's their quarterback, Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like we've kind of been on that for a little while now. We've needed to win these games, and we've done a great job down the stretch. So, I mean, we just show up every week trying to win one at a time. You can't look too far past it. But I think everybody was very locked in. The urgency was there. The attention to detail was there, and that's why we had a good game.
Talking about the hot streak, they've won 5 of 6. They're 8-6, and if Jacksonville loses to Baltimore tomorrow, they're tied for first with the Jaguars. Meanwhile, the Steelers have lost 3 straight, 4 of 5. Mitchell Trubisky's playing for Kenny Pickett, who they hope to get back next week. Trubisky started the game well enough, but he ended up getting benched in this game. If Pickett can't go next week, it'll be interesting to see if it's Trubisky or Mason Rudolph who finished up. Mike Tomlin Never had a losing season. This team is right now 7-7. So the home teams all win today, including the Lions, 42-17 over the Broncos. We'll come back and wrap things up. This is Westwood One's coverage.
Hey, this is Clay Harbor.
This is Love the Tupu. It's Bob Papa along with Super Bowl champion Carl Banks.
Hey, NFL fans. This is Solomon Wilcox, former NFL safety and host of the Believe in Bengals podcast. Catch my show and all 32 Believe NFL podcasts on the SiriusXM app. Search Believe, that's BLEAV, plus your team's name on the SiriusXM app and Apple Podcasts. Believe is included with all SiriusXM trials and SiriusXM plans.
Hey, this is Howard Bender from the Fantasy Alarm Show. Catch me and the GM Jim Bowden weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. All week long, we bring you the best in fantasy insights around. We're all the fantasy football deliciousness you need to help you crush your fantasy football leagues this season. Plus, we share our favorite picks for DFS and betting. Oh, and don't forget about Jukebox Monday, the Wheel of Randomness, and all your favorites. That's the Fantasy Alarm Show weeknights from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern, Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87.
What up, homie?
The final score, Detroit 42, Denver 17. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Barbazol Shaving Cream, by Wendy's, by Shopify, by AutoZone, and by NFL.com, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood One. Please gamble responsibly. We thank our crew tonight. Studio coordinator Art Martinez, the studio producer Nick Pope, the production assistant was provided by Tony Costello and Denny Kapp. Statistician was Greg Schultz, the spotter Joe Abramson, the engineer Al Rosenberg, the producer Hallie Sylvester. Production supervisors Aaron Cummings and Brian Finkelstein. The coordinating producer is Mike Eby. Executive producer of Westwood One Sports, Howard Dennerock. Join us again tomorrow night. Sunday Night Football, Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars, a couple of first-place teams in the AFC, Ryan Radke and Ryan Leaf will have the call. Monday night, Seattle Seahawks hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Join Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner for all the action. Pre-game coverage with the NFL Network's Rich Eisen kicking off at 7:30 Eastern on most of these same Westwood One stations. Finally, Thursday night, it's the New Orleans Saints squaring off against the LA Rams. You can catch all these games right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or stream live for free on our website, westwoodonesports.com. Once again, our final score, Detroit 42, Denver 17. Indianapolis beat Pittsburgh 30-13. Cincinnati beat Minnesota 27-24 in overtime. For J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick, I'm John Stashauer. Thanks for joining us. Happy holidays. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Thanks for listening to the National Football League on SiriusXM. Now, let's join the NFL Radio postgame show.